कभी तो मुझे छोड़ दो यार तुम।
सर आप इधर बैठिए।
अरे वाह भाई बाहर से
अतुल भाई, अभय मानुधने।
हाँ संजीव वैश्य के पार्टनर हो सर।
मालूम है मुझे, मुझे मालूम है तुम्हारे ऑफिस में बहुत बार आ चुका हूँ
मैं नहीं मिला हूँ।
आप नहीं आते तो क्या होते, मैं तो आते रहता हूँ।
हमारा केबिन
अभी ऑनलाइन कितना चल रहा है?
और लास्ट फर्स्ट ऑफिस चाय पीते रहते हैं, ये मालूम है। विशाल शॉपिंग सेंटर के बाजू इतना मालूम है।
नहीं आप 12 साल पहले आए।
अच्छा हो, मैं पुरानी बातें करता हूँ।
अरे बाप रे, आप तो बोल रहे आते रहते हो।
आते रहता हूँ। संजू हमेशा ही मिलते रहता है।
12 साल पुराना।
संजू तो हमेशा ही मिलते रहते हैं। वो तब तो एक जमाने तो बहुत आ, इन दिनों में बाहर
अभी बैंक में ही रह गए ना।
अभी तो एसबीआई का बोर्ड मीटिंग अभी चालू है ना, वही बैठा है वो। आज बोर्ड मीटिंग है ना रिजल्ट के लिए।
किसी जरूरत नहीं है,
जरूरत नहीं। सर आपका आवाज आ रही है?
हेलो कौन है?
हाँ
मनोजन कौन है?
भोजन का लिस्ट हेमंत भाई आज आए नहीं
ऑनलाइन उधर गया है ना।
क्यों?
ट्रैकिंग।
अरे यार क्या ट्रैकिंग।
I think before we start, let me introduce my colleagues.
Avinash Shukla.
Avinash Shukla. He is also RP and he is ex-president of Reliance. He is also along with me waterfall. And my another colleague Gaurang Shah. He is a company secretary. He is ex-company secretary at Arcom. And he is also part of waterfall team.
Reliance have taken over.
ये Reliance हो Reliance. In fact, नहीं ये इनके मुकेश भाई के साथ थे.
अच्छा।
तो लेना तो पड़ता है ना, लेना तो पड़ता है बड़े लोगों से। देखो मारवाड़ी आदमी लेने को जानता हूँ मैं, देना बैंक तो हूँ नहीं मैं, तो लेना बैंक की हूँ। ऊपर के चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूँ, तो ये सही है, समझना चाहिए, पैसा लेना चाहिए हमेशा। एंड बाय प्रोफेशन आई एम ए फाइनेंस एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोफेशनल, तो ऑलवेज ए पेरिनियल बेगर, पेरिनियल बेगर।
बस
I used to call my tell my daughter I am a professional beggar. हम क्या करते हैं, सूट बूट टाई करके साहब के पास तो जाके बैठते थे। ये अब बैंक में आपके यहाँ आते में कितना जूते घिसा होगा परमजीत सर से, सिंह साहब के जैसे, वो जमाने से मैं करता 85 में चेयरमैन साहब थे तब।
ऐसा है कि
शाह साहब के पास
नहीं मैं ऐसा बोलता हूँ, हाँ मैं बोलता हूँ कि भाई आप एक जूते घसाओगे ना तो हमको लेने के लिए 10 घसाने पड़ते हैं।
बट सर ऐसा है, मेरे केस में मैंने उल्टा किया है। राइट ऑफ रिकॉम्पेंसेशन बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा का मैं दे चुका हूँ।
You are I think one of the rare person who has given right of recompense. Right of recompense 90% लोगों को हमने छोड़ा था।
सर मैं
90% लोगों को
मेरे करियर में मैं 2
और किसी ने दिया
ऑनलाइन में होता है क्या? बोलो।
ये एक बार अभी है
ऑनलाइन में होएगा क्या?
ये देखे ये बैंकर बोरोवर का झगड़ा चल रहा है और मैं मेरे केस एक बार नहीं 2 बार दे चुका हूँ। 2 बार आए ड्यूरिंग राइट ऑफ रिकॉम्पेंस, सेकंड वन गिवन टू बैंक ऑफ इंडिया।
भाई साहब क्या है, बहुत बारोवर से सुना है यही हो सकता है, लेना ले लो नहीं तो आपको जो करना है कर लो।
नहीं वो तो बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा के
बहुत बारोवर से हमने पर्सनली सुन चुके हैं हम
सब, वो भी कर चुका हूँ मैं एक केस में। साहब मेरे पास इतना लेना तो ले लो, छोड़ दो साहब, वो कंपनी
चेयरमैन के सामने ना वो चाबी निकाल के ऐसे पटकता है, ये पड़ी है चाबी, आपको फिर जो करना है कर लो।
और अंगूठी 4 पहन के आएगा।
हाँ नहीं नीचे, अरे मर्सिडीज तो स्टार्टिंग है।
अरे आप सुनो एक क्लासिक केस बताता हूँ, मेरा खुद का घर, मैं मेरे चेयरमैन को लेके गया था, आईडीबीआई के चेयरमैन, 2.5 मिनट के चेंज कर रहा हूँ, ये
रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दो।
आईडीबीआई के चेयरमैनशिप से मिलने के लेके गया था, वो उधर 21st फ्लोर में, तो वो आईडीबीआई तो प्रमोटर वाज सच अ हाई प्रोफाइल प्रमोटर, 3 फ्लैट थे एनसीपीए में उनके। अरे सामने वालों को मालूम था पैसा देने का नहीं था, तो बोलता मिस्टर सो एंड सो, सर आप रहते कहाँ हो? तो आंसर क्या, नहीं कहीं नहीं है, ये बाजू में रहता है। वो साले छोटा थे, गोडबोले साहब थे चेयरमैन तब। तो वापस सेकंड टाइम बोला, कहाँ? बोला सब कोई नहीं है, छोटा मोटा घर है मेरा। नहीं 3rd टाइम पूछा, साहब क्या पूछते? सर ये बाजू में छोटा झोपड़ा है, मैं छोटे झोपड़े में रहता हूँ। अल्टीमेटली ही गिव अप, ही रियलाइज सर 3 फ्लैट्स एनसीपी में मेंटेन करता है, वो आदमी बोलता नहीं है ये चीज जो साहब बोलते हैं ना। और वो मेरे साथ वो इस तरह से मुंह में होता है। इवन इसकी सीडीआर मीटिंग में वहां बोलने क्या आ गया था, सब चाहे तो हम रेडी टू गिव माई चाबी ऑफ द कंपनी। मैं सीईओ ऑफ द कंपनी, मैं बोलता सर अब इट्स प्रोफेशनल कंपनी और 50 बैंकर्स बैठे हुए सब सीनियर बैंक, उसके सामने इस तरह से बातें होती है। इस तरह से प्रोमोटर्स रहते हैं। व्हाट वे वी आर डीलिंग विद, वी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स डीलिंग विद सच थिंग। बहुत क्लासिक एग्जांपल।
तो बहुत डिसेंटली बोल रहे हो ना, आई कैन गिव द चाबी। वो ऐसा निकाल के इधर फेंका, बोला ये चाबी पड़ी है, आपको जो करना हो कर लो। चेयरमैन ने बोला यार वापस इस आदमी को मेरे पास मत लेके आना कभी, तुम ही डील करो अपने लेवल।
चाबी देता हूँ तो बैंकर ने सामने से बोला आवर जॉब इज नॉट टू रन द बिजनेस, दैट इज योर जॉब।
अरे उसके ऊपर वो दूसरा आंसर देने वाले भी लोग मिलेंगे।
लेकिन अभी भी ये जो बोल रहा है ना, जो डिबेट चल रहा है कि एआरसी शुड बी ए रिजोल्यूशन एप्लीकेंट और नॉट, तो एडेजो है इसका, और वो कौन सा भारतीय डिफेंस का है, किसका केस हुआ ना, एआरसी जॉब इज नॉट टू रन द बिजनेस। वो अपना ये था ना, आरपी अपना इंश्योर्ड का
आई नो डिमन शाह।
अब मेरा क्या होगा?
डिनल शाह।
बॉम्बे।
अब मेरा क्या होगा? एआरसी कैनॉट रन द बिजनेस, तो अब मेरा क्या होगा?
क्या होगा?
अब मेरा क्या होगा? उसको आंसर ही रियलाइज इट।
Whether the ARC should run the, it should be allowed to be a resolution applicant or not.
We are
resolution is for revival of the business, और ARC ले रही है वापस आगे बेचने के लिए, टुकड़ा टुकड़ा करके बेचने के लिए।
सर अपन मिले नहीं है, अभय मानोदय मेरे को याद नहीं। आपको
खाना खा रहे थे अपन साथ।
हाँ अभी देखा फूड। सही बात है, that was more important than the case।
ये जो चेयरमैन साहब है।
अच्छा सर
चलो सर,
आई थिंक लेट्स स्टार्ट। क्या टाइम हो रहा है अभी? 50 हो
अभी
गए।
एप्लीकेंट कितने हैं? नहीं, ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट 10-12 है। चलो
चेक कर सकते हैं।
जाना तो ना अपने
बाद में बुलाती हूँ। दिख रहा है, हाँ नीचे दिख रहा है, 12 है। एक दो अपन है, 12 है।
चलो स्टार्ट करिए।
चलो वो वहां बैठे पड़े, उसका कैमरा कहाँ है? कैमरा पर बैठना पड़े, उधर से चल रहा है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम, यहाँ से दिखता है। क्यों उठाते हो अभी? बोलिए।
We welcome today's speaker, Mr. Abhay Manudhane and Mr. Manoj Agarwal on the issues of real estate. Real estate has become one of the major factor and a major sector for the insolvency, especially last 4-5 years. There is not much price rise, plus the various developers have taken number of projects which was beyond capacity. The GST has affected them and the RERA has affected them. So whatever the manipulation was going on has been thrown out. And because of that, now, and there is a, according to me, to now not only in India, main though it started from China also, that Evergrande, one of the leading real estate company was bankrupt. I think that was also around 8-9 months back. And China is also facing lot of real estate crisis. India is also facing lot of real estate crisis, not only in Bombay but major parts, other parts also. And real estate has a ticklish issues which are not seen in another case, and now we have an experienced speaker who have handled large real estate cases. With these few words, I request both the speaker to take up the issues they have faced, issues which are normally faced, and what are the solutions which you have arrived at.
I also taken help from Mr. Manoj in one of my cases.
You should take regular.
but it got into settled in
Good thing you are taking help from Manoj bhai. He is expert in the subject.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. बड़े लोग जब
All the time he has been harassing me in a way, with a good way. The reason he is in my case, he is representative of home buyers, and with more than 8,000 home buyers, one can imagine my problems which we are facing it. Anyway, that
So,
was
Abhay, I think we should do it in the way that I have made a small presentation. These are only questions.
Please.
So we will just go through this presentation, and then you can answer these questions what I am raising.
Okay. Again, here also you are asking questions only. Yeah.
So firstly, we will look into these 4-5 case laws This is a small case law. Everyone knows this case law, but this has set the system in place for home buyers that they are financial creditor, but they are unsecured financial creditor. Pioneer has said that in Supreme Court. And RERA and IBC harmonious construction should be there, and IBC will prevail in case of conflict. In the second case, this Umang Realtech. The reverse CIRP in real estate has come up in this Umang Realtech.
What is the reverse? See,
reverse
I have not
CIRP.
done real estate case, so actually मैं
थोड़ा बताइए,
CIRP
बताइए।
is something
बताइए,
like
थोड़ा
that.
थोड़ा बताना पड़ेगा।
थोड़ा बताइए क्या
Finance
है?
का भी थोड़ा बताना पड़ेगा।
Pioneer तो वो simple है।
I think वो
Home buyers are unsecured financial FC.
should be harmonious, वो ठीक है।
हाँ।
Manoj
And
bhai,
IBC will prevail over RERA anytime.
Yeah,
my
IBC
suggestion-
will prevail over RERA in case
ये
of
किसका पानी
conflict
है?
only.
नहीं ऐसे ही
नहीं, आपको आप कहिए।
चार bottle दिए तो
अच्छा तो दिया ना ठीक।
Manoj bhai, I think that let us take one by one point which you have started.
See, I think आप ये reverse CRP ले लो क्योंकि first point is okay. Reverse CRP if you can throw some line.
So this reverse CIRP is something in human tech. There were more than one projects which were issued. And the NCLAT has passed this order of reverse CIRP. They have given this term of reverse CIRP, but it is nothing but the Home Buyers Association, the builder, and the who was the financial creditor. They were all agreed that they will run this project, but they had not taken 12A. Only one project was a problem, so they have run reverse CIRP for that project only. So from that, there
reverse
in the sense that the whole company,
promoter will be out or
the promoter will be there to support the RP. RP will be there in the company.
अच्छा, RP will be there.
RP will be there for the in the company, but he will run resolution for only one project
In fact,
Balance would be run by the promoter.
by the promoters with the help of RP.
no, in fact, this is a very classic case. What happened in the Umang Realty case? The company had about 20 projects.
No, this is in case of Supertech.
ये Supertech है, Supertech है।
The third one is Supertech.
तो particular
Yeah.
उसमें भी same thing था. 20
Supertech में
projects.
क्या हुआ sir, the company was having 20 projects.
20
This
projects.
is actually over and above this Umang Realtors. So in Supertech also reverse CIRP was.
पहले उमंग में complete करो ना, फिर Supertech में।
Sir, reverse
मेरा
CIRP.
क्या slow antenna चलता है।
Sir, reverse CIRP जो है वो Supertech में भी apply किया गया।
Okay.
So reverse CIRP means only the project which is affected. That project will be sent for.
If there are multiple projects and one or two projects
Is affected, that only
that
affected project
will
will be there,
there.
and other projects will not form part of CIRP.
Okay.
But RP will be there for the company. RP will run the show, but ultimately it will be the
flat owner
resolution
should
will be only for
that
that
one
particular
So
project.
only one project claims to call, one project का ही वो सब बुलाने का, one
Yes,
project
yes,
का ही
yes.
resolution होएगा।
Yes.
नहीं तो उसमें he has to run the other 19 projects also of the company.
No, we are discussing both then. Supertech also.
No. Suppose the company is having 5 projects. Out of one is affected. So what out of the 4 projects? RP will run that or
RP will run that with the help of
promoter?
promoters.
वो
But
affected
if,
project only।
in that Supertech order, it is clearly written that if promoter is not able to arrange funds to run those projects, then the total CIRP will again start.
That is a
So
very
the
classic
requirement
case.
is the funds
Very
ultimately.
classic judgment that way.
So Supertech is a very good judgment as per me, because it is giving project-wise resolution, project-wise COC also. This concept, project-wise COC, because the COC has to be constituted only for that project. But they have not mentioned project-wise COC, because out of 20 projects, only 19 projects were good and they were running properly. Only one project was the problem. So the order of NCLAT clearly mentioned that you should this COC has to be formed only for that project. So that is the difference between this Umang and Supertech. Supertech is a big company and 19 projects were right. Only one project there was a problem. So for one project they are running project-wise. That's why this concept of project-wise COC has come in this as per me. If you have some other knowledge on this, please share it.
No, we will discuss on this matter, but as far as this matter is concerned, as I understand from the judgment, the company was doing fairly well, but they were not able to do well, particularly in one project which is having real estate. So out of the 19 projects doing well, real estate not doing well, people have gone the real estate as usual, the people, home buyers, etc. They have gone to the court and court said just it is required to be done. So what the order was passed that CIRP should be commenced only in respect of this project. I am not very clear whether their 19 projects were to be run by RP or not.
No,
Just listen. I am not very clear on the matter. Anyway, let us leave that aside point. But the point really means that one particular project, which is in trailing, definitely you can continue to have CIRP with that. Number one. Number two, in that case, promoters have come forward and they said, okay, we are ready to fund it. And since this funding was there, so promoters along with the RP, they should complete the project. That was the whole thing. In a way, resolution plan itself is part of this order in a way.
Yeah,
It's a
funding is available, the projects will be run, and if there is any shortage of funds from promoter, then the CRP will start. This is the order.
This was in short, it was like not only that.
Starting order or in between?
No, it was starting order. It was starting order. Yes, admission.
Admission order was by NCLT. It has gone to NCLT.
NCLT में जाने के बाद हुआ है ये. NCLT में okay ये हुआ है. But issue is that it is a preliminary stage itself. What I mean to say, technically it was a preliminary stage. It started it. Yes. In a way, it is a very good way if it is coming up. In fact, not only that, this concept may come up even for the manufacturing concerns also. We know there are companies where there are multiple projects are there. I handled these multiple projects where I was heading the company, where I had 4 or 5 units at 4 different places. One of the unit was trailing. In the trailing unit, resolution plan has to come. So that was in the manufacturing sector. If the principle is applied for this sector, real estate, why it should not come? It will definitely come. This law is emerging law and lot of changes can come up in this law. That is what a limited point is coming.
IBBI's recent discussion paper also they have given this a way to this part resolution.
That we'll come back that piecemeal resolutions concept. We'll come back. I'll talk on that matter. You carry on.
I am also facing similar problem. I have oil asset in different countries. Now the problem is some are saying I want this oil field, I want someone say I want that oil field.
Actually, you should go to NCLT and take this direction. That would be better for you.
The second thing
for value maximization, I want to do this.
And second thing is they say that my holding company is only structure here. I don't have a rupee asset here, no employee here. So what they say, they suppose some asset is at Brazil. So why is saying that why I don't want your holding company, I don't want its subsidiary. I want down ultimate the company where this oil field is, that only I will take. I don't want your all.
Praveen bhai, in this case,
share with दीजिए ना उसका.
Praveen bhai, in this case,
structure ही नहीं
what I view in this matter, since this matter is in the hands of RP, what I presume that probably I would have thought like this. RP can think of what is the value maximization. You can think of the ideas. See, talk to everyone, get the opinion from everyone, and see what is the best way. If someone says, yeah, this one is to be done, this way is to be done, that way is to be done, you can come out with this, because look at the scenario. Law do not prohibit it going for multiple resolutions. Law says, though it says a resolution, if you really read regulation 37, 38, 39, they talk of resolution, no one talk of resolutions. Similarly, something you can come out, ये particular portion के लिए ये करूँगा वो करूँगा. This is like a piecemeal resolution type concept may come up in your case.
Yes.
And with the added thing, yours is an overseas one. Now overseas you have to keep a law in that country, but definitely thinking that you are doing resolution this holding of this company in India. So you have to do the piecemeal thing. You have to think of and you come out with this. I think probably something good idea will be come up on that. Because I think we'll be able to contribute something for the development of this law.
Yes.
We as a at least we call ourselves.
Ultimately, resolution is important. Why?
Yeah, obviously, we as a senior chartered accountants or maybe senior insolvency professional, we call ourselves. I think we should think of giving this idea so some new things can come up in picture. That's what I feel so.
चलिए आप इसका बताइए सुपरटेक का.
सुपरटेक का बताइए चलिए.
So Supertech is we have discussed, no? That's 19 project and 1 project. So
COC, different COC for different projects.
COC, that project wise COC, what I think has been formed for only that particular project because the decision to be taken by the secured creditors
Of that.
particular project. Creditors of that particular project, not secured, but all the creditors of that particular project. So this, if it is means continued in other cases, this is a very good judgment. Super.
But one point.
Please.
चाबी यहाँ पर आपका हो गया वो ये खत्म
Please speak.
No.
No, internal talk.
टॉप कर रहे हैं
Okay, carry on.
बोलो आप बोलिए
No, one point इसमें है कि suppose there are 5 projects and we say that in one project CRA RP will be initiated and RP will also be involved in running the business of other 4.
Yes.
Then whether the responsibilities of the RP has been specified for all those where the CIRP is not to be done, what he will do basically.
So it will be just like what my impression is reading this order is that these promoters will be providing funds and under overall supervision of the RP, like RP will be sitting in the board meetings and all, and he will be taking final decisions, not day-to-day decisions. Day-to-day decisions will be taken by the team and the promoters and directors who are responsible for the day-to-day work, and RP will be looking after whether these projects are running properly or not, proper funding is there or not, and then if everything is smooth, then it is okay.
No, actually,
But their power of directors are suspended or not for that project, other project.
In fact, ये judgment ऐसा है, certain things have not been specified. What this judgment says, you have to go ahead with that particular was that 19th or 20th project resolution will go ahead. They are not specific what is going to happen everywhere. So what I understand was limited purpose, what I understand, RP will take charge of that 20th project. He will run the project, he will complete it, where the promoters also will be involved. It is not very clear whether they balance 19 projects will be continued. If the 19 projects are going to continue, are continued smoothly and there is no issue, no one is there, then there is no issue. I personally feel no issue. Again, in this case, very classically they mentioned there is going to be separate COC and separate what you call claims will be coming. Claims related to that unit only will be coming. See what happens? Unlike other projects where the hodgepodge is there with all the creditors, here probably specific lending must be there, specific charges must be there in this case. So it is possible for do it. See, there are companies where they maintain group project wise everything record separately. So that is project wise COC is possible, everything is possible. Unlike some of the mixed companies where hodgepodge is there.
like a standalone project.
A standalone project, like a standalone project, they have done it. Apparently, I understand from this project. Understand. I don't know what advice has been given to the RP, but he must have taken. But coming back, limited point. Yes, it is possible to have only one unit to be put to CIRP and not to touch the entire company, which isn't doing fairly well. Because there is no point in putting good company, putting it to CIRP and spoiling that company. That was the issue, limited issue.
See, the basic idea is that RP is otherwise also responsible to run the company as a going concern if the funds are available or to arrange for interim finance. So the interim finance is arranged by promoter. Now RP is running it with the help of the promoter.
No, usme again difference is there. Again, probably as I read the judgment, there is a bifurcating line between the 20th project besides the 19th project. So what I understand from this judgment that he will be running 20th project independently as if it is a separate unit, separate company.
Separate company.
That's what I understand.
And
What's your
19
opinion,
companies are
Gaurav?
separate, 19
Yes, yes.
आपका ओपिनियन क्या है इसमें?
सेपरेट कंपनी करके वो सिंगल प्रोजेक्ट करना पड़ेगा।
नहीं जो करना पड़ेगा नहीं, दैट इज करना तो आगे का होगा, बट वाइल रनिंग सीआरपी प्रोसेस में कंपनी होती नहीं है. जैसा मैं आई वाज सेइंग दैट मेरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि इट विल रन ओनली एज अ सेपरेट कंपनी, 20th कंपनी.
That has to be done under the separate corporate entity.
नहीं, but how?
No, how can you transfer the project?
Not at this stage. Not at
It
this
would be
stage.
a say Worli project. That's all.
That's all.
Worli
It's okay.
project. It is like that.
Then the board will be there, na? Then board.
There won't be any board.
There is no board, na? Then board is not separate.
But for 19 company, the board is there. For 20th company,
20th, there is no board. No board. Because whether it's suspended or not, only thing RP will be in charge of this. It's a little bit different thing.
बैंक अकाउंट में सिग्नेटरी वो रहेगा 19 में वो
वो
रहेगा।
19 में
19 में तो then the board will continue.
No, signatory will be RP only.
In all.
In all.
अच्छा, okay.
in all or not, I am not
What
very
is the
clear.
Yes.
So then he has to run the full process.
Yes. He is not running the process of selling it the unit. He is only running the company as a going concern. All the 19 projects and the 20th project he is putting for resolution.
Yeah, ठीक है.
This is how it is done.
Okay.
It is
Further
Funds are under
order ही
control.
करना पड़ेगा, जिसको
Funds are
चाहिए वो
under
order ही
control
करना
of
पड़ेगा।
It
They
is,
are only providing the funds.
it is maybe possible my understanding was slightly different in this matter when as I read
I
it.
think this is a very good judgment and
But
we should
ठीक है,
read
in
it.
either way.
We
There
should-
may be some lacuna, something.
We should take a day on
clarity.
discussion this all.
But,
Discussion.
We should ourselves now further is it is very case specific. For our whatever
Yes.
difficulty, we will have to read the.
You have to read the judgment and find out the.
Find out the.
No, whatever direction is given to RP in the judgment, he will follow it accordingly.
Yes.
But principally, we understand what is happening.
Case specific है ना थोड़ा.
दिल्ली वाले को।
हाँ, दिल्ली के-
दिल्ली वाली ही है.
Board is suspended in that case, but the RP will overall RP will oversee all the projects, including the 19.
हाँ, but resolution for what one project only.
Yes,
CRP is only for the one project.
right.
Accountability is a big issue.
So we
हाँ,
move on to
वही
next
issue actually मैं उसी
this
की बात कर रहा हूँ।
judgment. This is by Supreme Court.
Because वो जब
Though
तक
this
ठीक
is not
चलता है,
in
ठीक चलता
IBC,
है,
but this is
उनको
related
गड़बड़ हुआ
to
तो
real
landlord
estate. So in real estate, this judgment is there against Rajasthan RERA, Union Bank of India versus Rajasthan RERA. So RERA prevails over SURFACE, this has been made clear. RERA prevails over SURFACE. If a bank or secured creditor is taking any action under SURFACE, then that bank will be treated as a promoter. This is a specific judgment that that bank will be, come in the shoes of the promoter, and now bank is responsible to adhere to RERA judgments, and all the whatever is the means complaints of the home buyers, bank will have to look into. This is again very specific.
रेरा में भी 238 जैसा कोई सेक्शन होगा और वो सब्सिक्वेंट लॉ है ना, तो इसके लिए वो
No, RERA is prevailing over SURFACE, so now this is going to affect. This may.
over IBC.
No, RERA is not going to prevail over IBC. I have discussed this in Pioneer. RERA and IBC harmonious construction will be there.
But
And
IBC
in case of conflict, IBC will prevail. But why I have mentioned this number 4 case is that now Supreme Court is giving very means more importance to home buyers' rights. So they have said that RERA will prevail over SURFACE, means bankers' right will be means home buyers' rights are above bankers' right. So we may expect in future that home buyers' rights in IBC may also come above secured creditors' right.
Oh, okay.
This is the point that I am trying to make here. The way the judgments are coming, this point may come that home buyers' right may prevail over secured creditors' right in IBC also, but till now IBC में ऐसा नहीं है.
हाँ, IBC में अभी तक provision.
अभी
They will
तक
have to
वो
put it-
unsecured है. This is how I am connecting these 4 cases. These
Today,
are all very important 4 cases.
Today
that
almost
regards
First
real
man
estate.
secured everything.
today almost in all cases, home buyers are unsecured. Almost in all cases.
Yes.
Anyway,
So these are the 4 cases I just wanted to mention.
And a Pioneer, Supertech, and this Rajasthan
RERA.
Union Bank of India versus.
So this is by way of an SLP. The order was passed by Rajasthan High Court, and Supreme Court has upheld that order of Rajasthan High Court in this case. The 4th one.
RERA prevails over SURFACE.
RERA prevails over SURFACE.
Project wise resolution and project wise COC, reverse CRP. Next.
So this is these are the role of ARs. So in real estate where we have fights, so the role of AR is I have just given small points here. The important points are constitution of COC and appointment of AR is there under section 21, 6AB, and then 6B is the remuneration of AR. CIRP expenses is part of CIRP expenses, but remuneration of AR is only limited to the fees for attending the meeting, which is unreasonable as per me.
Yeah.
And it has
What is
to
the
be
maximum? What is the maximum?
25,000.
25,000 per COC meeting, but it should commensurate with the.
पर हाँ लेकिन आपके केस में 8,000 है. तो
No, number of it is what is right commensurate with the number of home buyers.
Number of meetings,
Number
number of man hours you are supposed to.
The man hours may be little bit different, but number of home buyers, number one,
But it was.
and number two, apart from the meeting, the attending COC meeting.
Yeah.
What about the
home buyers?
what about the
We are
meeting?
attending those home buyers, that there should be something for
At
that.
least they should be. I think it should specify not more than one meeting in a month or two meeting in a month. Whatever is there, there's something record because isn't it his responsibility to meet the home buyers? He is really required to.
I'm
We
coming to
really
that,
feel
sir.
sorry for that.
Section
Sometimes
25A.
the meeting is also adjourned ना मेरे को हेमंत भाई बोला तो कभी कभी आज की मीटिंग कल adjourn हो जाती है तो information तो एक ही मिलता है
हाँ.
Sir, I am facing that. Meetings are adjourned 2 times, 3 times. First adjourn, second adjourn, third adjourn meeting like that. So out of 4 meeting, 1 payment.
क्या
Very दुखी लगता है हाथ में.
These are the practical issues.
सुना नहीं ये इनके सामने बैठा है वो he is facing this 24th COC meeting, first meeting, second meeting, third meeting.
So he will keep on adjourning the meeting.
No, the meetings are adjourned because of
मीटिंग
something
एडजॉर्न
else.
करके कंक्लूड करके नया करो तो इनको कुछ भला होए ना समथिंग बेटर देन
उसको
क्या होता है?
discussion कर लो.
When meetings are going on, that time Supreme Court is going on. Then आधे मीटिंग में फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट का डिसीजन आ जाता है या किसी कोर्ट का डिसीजन आता है कि ऐसा नहीं ये तुम ये नहीं कर सकते तो आरपी को दूसरा चॉइस क्या है एडजॉर्न करने के सिवाय. And it happened in my case.
Yes, last meeting only.
Last meeting ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट पे बैठे.
Simultaneous, there was a hearing going on in Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court से judgment आया with at the time of meeting going on that you cannot vote on this item, something.
He said that you go ahead with continue with the meeting, but you can't vote it. Resolution plans you can't vote it. RP has no other choice than to adjourn, and this is the third time I adjourn it. Same matter. पहले एनक्लैट में ये दिया, बाद में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में दिया. The stalwarts are there.
So this issue is there for a year, and then one specific duty that is mentioned in 25A3. The authorized representative shall not act against the interest of the financial creditor he represents and shall always act in accordance with their prior instructions. So this shall not act against the interest of the financial creditor, and he is responsible to do everything to support protecting their interest. So this is a specific duty that has been given to AR, and for that we always have fight.
आपस में ही फाइट होता होगा.
Yes.
आपको तो उनको प्रोटेक्ट करना है.
Yes.
और इनको तो
नहीं protect तो इनको तो सबको protect करना है.
सबको बोलना लेकिन आप
So now this is the ratio that I am coming to. This is if you come to the last line, creditors in a class is a COC member, and RP is responsible to reply to their queries.
You are not responsible.
No, I am just coming. The role of AR is complementary to work as a communicator between them. However, the primary duty lies with RP.
Yes, sir.
You are the agent.
Yes.
They
They are your COC member. They are not my COC member.
Okay. Perfect हो गया.
Right, sir.
जैसा जज बैठ के जजमेंट पास करना yes I heard your Mr. So and so I heard your comment. Ultimately judgment is passed by the person sitting on the chair. So let us carry on. You
I
have
have
got full
communicated
right.
it properly to you.
No, I also communicated properly to you. And judge has got right to listen. I also got right to listen. But ultimately my decision is going to prevail. Anyway, sorry, let us not talk about personal matters.
अगला COC meeting में हमको बुलाना.
Special meeting.
So now we are coming to real estate related certain issues. I have given the brief of case laws and some AR related work. And now certain issues. So I'll ask now questions to.
That AR related work, the claims they will send directly to the.
Yes, that is clearly written in the regulation. It is RP's duty.
Only meeting.
See, AR, if you read out that duties, this 25A and all.
Only voting करना है.
So voting करना है, but voting करने के time पे भी कैसे करना वो 3A में देखना पड़ता है. As per 3A instructions, we have to vote.
But then
so these are all clear.
Buyers can call you anytime. उनका जो issue है वो है.
They can call you or not, but they are calling you, and you will have to attend to them.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
एनी टाइम, बट नॉर्मली एक बार जब सेट हो जाती है ना चीजें, तो फिर वो लोग भी एक टाइम देख के कॉल करते हैं. शुरू में थोड़ी सी एंजाइटी ज्यादा रहती है सबको, पर धीरे धीरे सब सेटल डाउन हो
नहीं बना सके होंगे 8,000 कैसे मनाओ?
नहीं, इतने लोग नहीं हो सकता, इतने लोगों के साथ मीटिंग भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. इट इज अ गुड थिंग दैट वी आर हैविंग सम एसोसिएशंस देयर. So association members are calling, they are meeting us and they are taking the inputs from us and they are giving it to their
एसडीएल ने किधर भेज दिया 8,000 फ्लैट? कहाँ से है क्या?
8,000 flat. Everyone has not filed their claim. I think some 3,000 people have filed their claim.
Roughly 4,500, 4,000 plus has filed.
Filed claims. So this is the situation.
Filed तो flats उनके बहुत ज्यादा 50,000 plus है, including
no
HDI.
including low cost housing, roughly about 40,000 plus.
Oh, 40,000
low cost housing. That is SRA buildings.
So sir, now I am coming to all these questions. The first question.
आपको क्लेम ट्रैकिंग ये रिकॉर्ड है ना, ऐसा 10-10 जन आदमी तो खाली क्लेम वेरिफिकेशन के लिए लगे
तो
हुए
उस वक्त इनिशियली बहुत लगे थे.
और अभी कितने महीने हो गए सीआरपी चालू हो गए?
अभी
महीने नहीं है,
30 साल हो जाएंगे, 3rd year हो जाएंगे 20 तारीख को. और अभी भी मेरे पास ये चालू है, क्या बोलते हैं, एक्सक्लूजन चालू है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा स्टे है.
स्टे है सुप्रीम कोर्ट?
कौन इंडिकेट कर रहा है? प्रमोटर कर रहा है? नहीं,
प्रमोटर सब बेचारे अंदर बैठे हैं, अभी बेचारे बोलना पड़ेगा. डांस कर रहे हैं. अभी ये जो है बेसिकली अडानीज आर पुटिंग मोर. दे हैव पुट 14,391 crores claim.
For what?
अभी छोड़ो ना, अभी क्यों किया तो करने दो. अडानीज है वो.
Yes sir.
And
I am coming to that question only, sir.
That is the real answer.
That is the first
Adani
question I am posing it to you. That in case of development agreement where CD is a developer and X is landlord, say landlord hai. So what is the status of landlord? Whether he is a financial creditor?
Please repeat.
In a development agreement, what is the status of the landlord owner?
Landowner. दो situation हो सकती है. एक situation ये है कि you are landlord, CD, landowner. Either you are landowner or you are developer. CD.
या आप joint development का बात कर रहे हैं?
Joint development.
फिर he has given the development rights to someone else.
हाँ तो
That is joint development.
given the development right to CD.
I mean that I can take some portion of flat or whatever is there.
Okay, in fact, that was my point for discussions also, which I was to put it, but good thing you have put it. Now carry on. I'll answer all these things.
So what is the, so you give the answer now, no, sir? What is the
Okay.
status of landlord? Whether it's a FC, OC, or is nothing?
Okay, now coming back, in real estate, there's a typical issues comes that the person who is a landlord, landlord की बजाय landowner is a better word. He himself cannot construct the buildings. He gives the right to someone as a developer. Developer comes into pictures, and inter se agreement is that I'm talking typical. That you pay me so and so money. After pay me so and so money, all the land ownership will be with you, and maybe after construction, whenever you tell me, I'll be able to transfer this conveyance. I'll be giving to you. Now the conveyance is normally given direct to the after forming society. I'm talking totality, man.
To society directly.
Direct to society for to avoid stamp duty. Other it will go to developer, developer will pay, and developer will again go to the. So to avoid this, normally this is the. I'm talking typically this happen. Now issue comes when landlord gives the right enter your developer. Developer start developing it. He invite the claims. Payment is made to the developer. He can start constructing the building. And after starting constructing, a stage will come that say about 50-60% flats he will sell. That to half of the thereafter he stop it or he runs away. Now what is going to happen to the home buyers? What they will stand? It is a very big question because home buyers are unsecured creditors. What will happen to them? This is the issue. Ultimately, in the meantime, if at all, landlord has not received the full amount, come what may, he will not transfer it. This is the typical issue.
Anytime he received the in consideration, na the flats only, na 40% area mera, 60%.
What he get? That is whatever happens is immaterial. But I am talking in terms of money. Let us talk here, hypothetical cases that he is supposed to have either money or area, whatever it is.
Yes.
Unless and until he receives the money, he is not going to give the conveyance. So as such, the home buyers will be at mercy of these people. The problem will get aggregated further, which I am facing today. I am having 4 projects today, going on at 2 at Mulund, rather one Mulund, one Nahur, one Kurla East, Premier Auto, Kurla East Galaxy Promises, Bandari Metallurgy Company, and fourth is a Premier Automobiles. All these four LOIs were issued by SRA. Issue was that.
Sir, we are coming to the SRA issue also. We can discuss now on.
If you want, I will discuss it because it is exactly similar one.
Yeah.
Both cases are similar. That's why I taken other.
But I have taken it in two parts because here I am discussing
Landlord is separate
agreement.
Either landlord or SRA.
SRA. What is the status of landowner, not the home?
I'm talking. Are we working here for landowners? Are we talking of?
No, but if he is filing claim or he is not filing claim.
As far as landowner is concerned, he is a landowner. What business he has got to file a claim on RP? He has only development rights are given there, and one thing is clear, he is entitled for that much money. Till that he cannot transfer the rights of his ownership right to so and so.
But he will file a claim for what is promised to
what is,
sir?
I again have differ on this thing.
But
Are they required?
on the land, where is the claim?
Exactly. What is his status?
लैंड पे काम आधा हो गया तो फिर क्या होगा?
लैंड तो मेरा ही है ना आज भी. मेरे लैंड ओनर हो तो मैं तो लैंड दिया ही देखो.
If I am landlord, I will say ठीक है तूने बिल्डिंग बनाई तू उठा के लेके जा. I'm sorry, but it's a childish way of saying. It's a fact.
लैंड तो मेरा ही है ना आज तक. लैंड तेरा ओनरशिप.
मेरी लैंड है. Ultimately, owner is the landlord, is the owner. जिसके नाम पर 7/12 है, वो ओनर है. आप क्या कर सकते हो? डेवलपमेंट एग्रीमेंट कैंसिल किया मैंने.
So your answer is
my answer.
Your answer is that development agreement can be cancelled. It cannot be cancelled during CIRP.
CIRP उसका CIRP नहीं.
Once CIRP is started for CD, who is a developer,
he can't do
development
anything.
agreement cannot be cancelled.
मोरेटोरियम की वजह से.
मोरेटोरियम के.
Moratorium की वजह से.
Now इसीलिए in case of that particular company developer, if CIRP of developer started, if resolution plan comes up, ठीक है. Instead of that fellow, someone else will come into picture. No, but the best situation.
My second question is how PRA will be liable and bound by the development agreement, the successful resolution application.
Again, PRA
नहीं पहले डेवलपमेंट का.
नहीं पहली बार तो आया नहीं कि क्या whether his claim is entitled or not. I am still not got the answer.
My answer is that he is not entitled for. He is not liable to file a claim at all.
This is your case with that party, that 14,000 वाला.
नहीं वो 40,000 crore वो से टगल डिफरेंट है. वो डिफरेंट है. वो डिफरेंट क्लेम है. वो केस इज डिफरेंट. आई एम टॉकिंग दिस इज नॉट माय केस. आई एम टॉकिंग a typical case. Let us talk typical case which our other RPs will be facing.
Normal.
All
No, I am talking about on
all
my
over
case.
India.
This situation was there where I was the CD was the developer. So there was a pressure from all the PRAs that we will not give that much flat to him, what he is entitled to as per development agreement, because there is no profit. So I said, if you do not give those flats to him, then you will not get the clear title. You have not, if you have not paid the consideration for land, your title is not clear, and NCLT is not.
You answered me.
This is what I am saying, sir. I was trying to come to that answer.
You answered me.
So
that means there is no local standing of him.
For me, for my understanding is that he is not FC, he is not OC, he is not a part of this, but his development agreement rights remain intact because if he has not transferred the title. But if he has already transferred the title and he is only and not paid, then he becomes OC.
Absolutely right. But no case. See, basically, the minute he transfers title, that means he has already sold the land. So he is over. Let us not talk that.
It's not a recovery that is pending, so he will file his claim.
So separate. So that is not the case. Typical case in real estate all over India. Let us talk of all over India. Let us not talk of only Mumbai. Mumbai is SRA wala jhamela. Let us not talk of. But all over India, landowners always enter into development rights and development. Some case में even DLF वगैरह जो cases सब केस में development rights दिए हुए हैं. So everywhere in
development right का then that agreement में और termination clause also.
They have. If it is having, then again worse situation.
But under insolvency he can't do anything.
Yes,
but
that
is a worse scenario.
He cannot do, but
even if there is a clause, he can't do anything.
If company goes into liquidation, then he can cancel the development right.
Cancel the development.
Because there is no moratorium during liquidation.
Now, इसमें you are missing one very important point, which we are discussing here. What is going to be the status of home buyers in such cases? See, as far as landowner is concerned, is 100% secured, उसके नाम की लैंड है, no one can खींच नहीं सकता उसके नाम की लैंड, ठीक है? Builder who is a developer, he goes insolvency, हाथ ऊपर कर दिया, he may be absconding, कोई बात नहीं, पैसा आता है डेवलपर होम बायर्स का, उनका आधा बना हुआ है. What is going to happen if they goes for the liquidation? That developer will be going for liquidation, not the owner of the land.
But in those cases, what happens, sir? Either some new builder will come, homes has to be given to the home buyer. This is a question to be decided, and IBI has asked your suggestion on that.
Yes, coming back, precisely I am coming back on this. In fact, this study group of chartered account, we are senior people, we have to come out with solution. What is going to happen to home buyers? As he was mentioning, we are discussing the ownership is landlord. Landlord has given development right to so and so. That fellow is gone fut. No one is ready to put resolution plan for whatever reasons it is. For whatever is no resolution. What is going to happen? Home buyer. That company will be going for liquidation. Wind up भी हो जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा. लेकिन landlord की land रहेगी, चलेगा. Home buyers का क्या होगा?
लाइबिलिटी रह जाएगी.
होम बायर्स का क्या होगा?
होम बायर्स को कोई अगर एसोसिएशन बना के लेके कर
नहीं, एसोसिएशन लेके किससे लेगा?
RERA registered project.
सुनिए, RERA coming back on this matter.
RERA will appoint some other land developer to develop this project and finish it.
In that case, only possibility is that if the cost of construction is much more, look at the scenario here. For example, the building which you are required to construct, it costs 100 crore rupees.
I understand the cost of construction is higher.
So 100 crore is
And sale
required.
price is less, then who will bear?
For against 100 crores, builder has already taken say for example 90 crore rupees. And only 10 crore का काम किया है, 10 crore का काम किया, 90 crore का काम अभी भी बाकी है. With inflation, it may need 200 crores. 200 crores it may need it over the period. So that means for completing this project, new builder will have to spend 200 crores. Why the new builder has to do it? Coming back. Number two, you are saying, just a minute. Number two, you are saying that RERA will appoint someone. When RERA will appoint someone, someone is ready to put it. Anyone will be ready to put, provided home buyers are ready to put those balance 200 crore. क्योंकि जो बिल्डर लेके भाग गया अपनी केस
सर हाउ टू रिजॉल्व दिस कंपनी
ये केस
दिस सिचुएशन इज देयर
ये केस
हाउ टू रिजॉल्व एंड नॉट इन रिजोल्यूशन ओनली हाउ टू बी इन लिक्विडेशन आल्सो व्हाट विल बी द स्टेटस इन लिक्विडेशन
एग्जैक्टली सेम केस में आई विल बी फेसिंग इट इफ माय आई गो फॉर लिक्विडेशन लेकिन मेरे केस स्लाइटली डिफरेंट है बट आई एम लेट अस टॉक ऑफ नॉर्मल केसेस इफ द बिल्डर गोज बट एंड डेवलपमेंट एग्रीमेंट इज देयर पैसा नहीं है. So who is going to pay money? Tell me anyone can answer this.
So flat buyers, they have to contribute additional money.
Exactly.
Yes.
We have done one resolution where flat buyers, home buyers, जो भी थे, I have booked for 4,000 rupees 10 years back. Today the value is 20,000 rupees. I will pay additional 5,000 rupees.
That is what required. So this is the only situation because RERA cannot going to put the money from their own.
Nobody
pocket.
see neither court nor RERA nor bank is going to
project has to
project complete करने का जो उसके interested है they will have to put money.
Right.
Anyway, this is what the concern. मेरा opinion भी यही था.
Right sir, right.
नहीं और तो कोई सोल्यूशन ही नहीं है ना. अगर मेरे को फ्लैट लेना है तो I will have to put in money. Home buyers will have to put in.
This law also has
Sir,
to be very clear.
90 crore they have already paid. Now you want to say they should pay 200 crore more.
They will have to pay. What I am saying.
Otherwise they are stuck.
What otherwise stuck up? Who is going to complete the project? Tell me. If the builder who has taken the money 90 crore rupees and he ran away or he is gone fat, what you will do it? And 10 crore का ही काम हो गया.
So the what about the landlord? He will not treat it as promoter.
No.
No, because landlord, as per landlord is concerned, he has entered into only development agreement. He has given it to someone else. What he says that for X consideration, I am allowing you to construct the building. Construction of building, taking money, etc., etc., is that of the builder, developer.
No, in this case, suppose the landlord has told that instead of paying me in cash, you give me 100 flats,
Yes.
which is again, it is not given to him. So he's saying, I am not transferring now. I have given
No,
only
no.
development right.
Now, as far as that is concerned, then landlord, as we have already discussed this matter, in this case, if he is entitled for 100 flats, to that extent for 100 flats, he is a flat buyer in that case. And he will also have to contribute for that particular, what is the pro rata money. Assume that there are 1,000 flats are there, out of 1,000 flats, 100 are his.
Will be a different case. And looking into the situation of that case, whatever is the solution that comes in, that solution has to be given if there is no sale in liquidation. For me, this is a question: if the company goes into liquidation, this real estate company, this real estate project goes into liquidation, home buyers are unsecured creditor. Even if secured creditor is ready to say, okay, chalo home buyers ke साथ में बेच दो किसी को, but still the project has to be viable to be sold out. If the project is not viable, then there is very bleak chances of getting any buyer for it, even at a
resolution. And ultimately, home buyer will have to pay additional money.
Ultimately, that is the solution. Or the government will have to come out with some.
इसका लोटा डूब गया, इसके लिए बाल्टी डालने ही ऐसे.
This is the, we are talking only typical cases.
तो कोई आएगा नहीं.
We are talking the typical cases.
I have booked in Lokhandwala at 5,100. वो कमला मिल वाला उठ गया. आज के दिन
उसका ही हमने एक प्रोजेक्ट डाला था.
25,000 रुपए का भी रेट है. तो अभी हम दूसरे आदमी को लेके आए, तो बोलता है भैया 15,000 तो तुमको लगेगा. करोगे
20,000 रुपया भी परवड़ जाए ना.
करेंगे, करो तुम.
नहीं, that is a commercial decision has to take everyone.
Commercial decision has to be taken. And
अभी क्या हमें FSI बढ़ गया ना, तो थोड़ा और कम हो जाएगा.
But this liquidation in IBC is not having any answer for this. How you will sell in liquidation?
In fact,
some builder will have to come and buy it in liquidation. What value he will give? If there is no value, how you will sell it as a liquidator?
Manoj, what I say?
अभी तक कोई liquidation हुआ है क्या real estate का?
नहीं.
अभी तक हमने तो सुना
कहीं पे हमने तो नहीं देखा है.
Interesting होएगा अभी का तो.
Yes.
In fact, what again I am saying that we are here for making some suggestions.
कुछ नहीं होगा.
नहीं, पूरा unsecured, if you treat home buyer as unsecured, तो पूरा जो asset
वो सब उससे
बैंक लेके जाएगी.
हाँ, अभी liquidation होएगा तो मालूम पड़ेगा कि क्या होगा.
Anyway, I will come back on that topic.
और land अगर किसी third party की होगी तो land तो वो लेके जाएगा.
Navanda ji, I will answer this because I am facing the same problem, which is little bit further more complications. Let him complete. I will come out with the
I'll
very
come
typical
to that
case.
point, sir. Then you.
No, that point we will explain it as far. Don't come out this particular point. अपन बाकी के general points complete
General
करो.
points.
This is a specific case will come
I
across.
think, sir, there is no answer to this question till now. As far as what will happen if the project is unviable project, we will buy it in resolution or liquidation. So this is required to be, and there should be some solution coming out from somewhere by brainstorming. So as far as the second situation is concerned, in case of development agreement where CD is landlord and X is developer. So CD means we are now landowner. We are landowner. In that case, if we are into resolution, we will just sell it to PRA and PRA will become landowner. So this is a simple situation. I don't think much discussion is required on that.
And what happens under CRP if a land is there and I have given as a joint development to somebody else?
This is the situation.
Acha.
You are the owner of the land. Company is the owner of the land.
And X is developer. What is the status of developer?
That you will continue, no?
Of your liability.
Then
I have both the situations. In the second situation, the developer is not adhering to the terms of development. So I am trying to catch hold of him or taking him out and all. Whatever actions landlord can take, landowner can take, all actions I can take as a PR.
Hey, if you are a CD and having a land, then you will try to terminate this contract, whatever.
Yes, whatever action I can take under development agreement.
Moratorium is applicable to not to him.
No, I can do anything.
I can do anything.
Yes, you can do anything.
अभी मेरा तो एक CRP चालू हुआ और चौथे दिन ही मैंने एक कंपनी के ऊपर केस फाइल कर दी.
आप तो बहुत फास्ट हो.
Right, sir. So the next issues are rights of SRA. Now, sir, your question has come. In case of SRA projects given to CD and not completed, moratorium applicable on SRA or not?
Applicable. Moratorium on everybody.
You are facing a situation, sir? Yes. So if you want to say something on these all these
ये कुछ
questions?
गणतरा का भी बड़ा क्वेश्चन था ना कि गणतरा और इसका भी था ना कुछ
वही गुरु आशीष मेरी हमारी कंपनी हो सब्सिडरी हो
उसको गणत्र है क्या?
गणात्रा नहीं गणात्रा है बूटा है सॉरी
बूटा किधर है? बूटा तो रिटायर हो गया, 70 साल का हो गया।
रिटायर नहीं लेकिन इसके पास वो केस है ना पत्राचाल केस उसी के पास है
हाँ?
पत्राचाल केस उसी के
But
पास
बूटा is 70 now he has been relieved
बट
ना
जो
सर?
केस ले लिया हो तो होगा ना
हाँ?
आपने?
नहीं वो नहीं कर सकता है।
नहीं जो ले लिया
जो
हुआ
ले लिया वो अलाउड है
हाँ, जो
अलाउड है
लिया वो तो complete करेगा।
वो कौन करेगा?
He is a
So sir, moratorium applicable on SRA or not? That is one.
liquidator.
he is liquidator of Guru Ashish and Guru Ashish is my subsidiary 100% subsidiary
मनोज जी, आपका ये क्वेश्चन, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस क्वेश्चन इज रॉन्ग। मॉरेटोरियम एप्लीकेबल ऑन एसआरए क्यों होगा? एसआरए के ऊपर थोड़ी इंसॉल्वेंसी है।
नहीं हमारे
Whether SRA can do something when I'm in insolvency, whether they
What
can
you
do
mean to
something.
say?
can SRA cancel it?
They can. They can.
Then what is the meaning of moratorium then? This is what आपने बोला ना yes applicable है. He is saying no.
I think yes possible है because reason is
नहीं तो फिर मोरेटोरियम का मतलब क्या हुआ?
moratorium is
मोरेटोरियम का क्या मतलब हुआ?
नहीं moratorium है during moratorium if SRA says that this LOI which he has issued what is LOI letter of issue it is a
Offer.
right no it is a right of the company it's a valuable right of the company so there is a monetary value available this and this monetary value available to the company also face as have moratorium benefits as such during this tenure SRA cannot take out my those rights that's what I limited point is
Yes.
he is thinking little bit different he is thinking from SRA whether he can
Yes,
do
yes,
anything
yes, yes.
it's not a different thing
So moratorium is applicable on SRA.
he cannot withdraw my LOI in short
Yeah, he cannot withdraw your LOI
Status quo.
without
During
the
this
leave of
period.
the court.
Status quo.
If court allows some high court or something where the cases are going on, if court में बोल दिया तो लेके जाओ तो this is a different thing. Courts can pass any order. That is a we will not go. But our understanding is that during CIRP moratorium applicable. But
Yes.
in liquidation it is not applicable, sir.
liquidation is not
If the company
applicable
goes into liquidation, SRA has every right to cancel that LOI.
बिल्कुल ठीक है
Right, sir? Can SRA change the developer, cancel the project during CIRP? Cannot change it.
No.
But
Sir?
in one case it has been done.
Which case?
Sir, in liquidation, if the development right and the SRA says that your development right has been cancelled, then what in liquidation will be sold by the liquidator? See, it is already.
That is up to liquidator, sir. Whatever is the remaining asset, he will sell that. If any. If any.
So better not to get someone to who can complete the project or who can take the development right in the PRP. This
basically-
So this is what we are saying, na, resolution is better in real estate than liquidation. In liquidation, if the company goes into liquidation, these issues are going to come.
So in there's one plan which we have discussed in the last slide. What will happen to the rights? Means you are saying SRA rights is there, the new buyer. What about development right if we have, and if we start, it will again bleed. So how?
SRA now I'll answer it. SRA issues development right in the form of LOI. That
Yes.
LOI remains valued letter of intent. Letter of intent is just nothing but giving development rights. That remains valid so long as CIRP is continuing it. During the CIRP, you can come out with a resolution plan, etc. If the resolution plan comes up, then that resolution plan comes into the shoes of the developer. So instead of developer X who has gone to the bankruptcy, a new person will come Y. He will continue to hold the same as that LOI and he will complete it. But in the unfortunate event, if it goes to liquidation, then the next stage process starts. That matter will go to the liquidator. Now, when the minute it goes to liquidator, SRA has got a free hand. They can cancel that LOI and they can appoint anyone as developer.
Of course, you have right to go to NCLT challenging that cancellation by SRA, and this has happened in 1 or 2 cases, and not SRA, other authority. So, but it is up to NCLT. These cases are not yet decided, so we don't know the fate of
No,
that.
let us not talk about what happened with gold, but we are talking only hypothetically what is going to happen to liquidator, that SRA can cancel LOI. It is a matter is very crystal clear, and definitely SRA will clear it because of with the way in which things happens in this state, particularly SRA in Maharashtra, the thing it happens, value is available plus public interest plus political pressure. Assume that X builder which goes spurt and if he is not able to construct it, those affected home buyers, they go directly to SRA to the respective MLA, MP, etc. They put pressure. They say हमारा builder नहीं construct करता है, नया builder appoint कर दो, SRA के पास जाता है, नया builder construct करता है. In fact, उनका benefit क्या होता है वो that is another issue. But such things do happen. And again, going back to SRA, real problem with SRA is the developer also has to comply with requirement of construction of low cost housing. That is a separate issue. I'll discuss this matter when during my case, which I am facing one of the largest case, same issue.
So, sir, next point is duty of PRA toward SRA after successful resolution plan. So, PRA is responsible to fulfill the you can call it a development agreement, whatever. Whatever is committed to SRA for construction of those houses, then the new PRA will have to.
That waiver cannot be sought.
That cannot be sought. As per me, that waiver cannot be sought. But in case of a project which is not viable, can that be sought? That is going to come up at some point of time.
It is a very start of the SRA, very fundamental of SRA.
You will not get resolution plan for that project at all.
प्रोजेक्ट का मिलेगा
नहीं होगा सर. लिक्विडेशन में जाएंगे तो क्या SRA को बोल सकते हैं कि आप अपने कुछ फ्लैट्स कम करो या चेंज करो या समथिंग लाइक दैट.
You are going to face with one case.
Yes.
SRA क्यों करेगा बोले हमें क्या करूं?
Yes.
नहीं वे तो मेरा राइट ले लो, तू छोड़ दे ना पूरा.
No, but courts will do, not SRA.
You have to approach court.
Approach court.
नहीं करेगा ना.
Now, एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन हो रही है. Does home buyers of SRA have any rights against CD? ये SRA क्या पहले फ्लैट्स अलॉट कर देते हैं या फिर कंप्लीट होने के बाद करते हैं?
किसको?
They are not home buyers first of all.
They are not home buyers for CD.
They are allottees.
They are allottees. Okay.
They are allottees, and you don't know who the allottee is. So home buyer is not known to anyone.
Their claims are not coming.
But उनको
अलॉटमेंट कब होता है? मरने के पहले होता है या बाद में होता है?
दोनों टाइम हो सकता है.
अच्छा, तो
पहले भी हो सकता है, बाद में भी हो सकता है. Because नहीं, एक मिनट सर, मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. What happens is that is this rehab portion, SRA takes over as and when they like.
Yeah.
And they take over the rehab portion, that is these flats, rehab flats, and hand over to MMRDA. Then MMRDA allots it to the beneficiaries.
No, one is the existing persons who are there, जो चाल से निकले हैं, उनको मिलेगा. और जो additional जो सेल एरिया है, उसके अलॉटीज का बात कर रही है.
नहीं, additional sale area का तो allottees CD के होंगे.
हाँ, अच्छा, ओके, हाँ, करेक्ट.
और एक तो
वो हमारा है, ठीक है.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, in this project, जहाँ 40,000 होम बायर हैं और वहां पे अगर क्लेम ही सिर्फ हमको 1000 के आते हैं, तो क्या हम ये माने कि 39,000 जो थे वो फुकट थे या फर्जी हैं, या उनको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा?
नहीं सर,
rehab component is concerned, as the rehab component is concerned, they have no right of putting claim because it is the RP's responsibility or company's responsibility or CD's responsibility to complete that many number of tenements and hand it over to SRA or whichever the authorities there, they have to hand over.
No, so now the question is only claim has been filed by only 1,000 people, not 40,000.
No, claim should be filed only by those who have entered into agreement for purchase of flats. As far as claimants are concerned, that is no business of the CD. It is the responsibility of the authority, SRA authority, to make the person to construct that many tenements, and then they decide which person to allot which flat. For example, 10,000 flats have been constructed.
Okay.
RP or CD will hand it over to SRA and let SRA take care of those 10,000, 20,000 cases, whatever the case, he will allot it.
So the person who have filed claim or not, no meaning of filing the claim.
No, claim will be filed. Sorry, again the difference is that claim is filed only those who are purchasing the flat. The person who is vacating his land has no locus standi to us. because that land belongs to SRA, and SRA asked him, भाई साहब तुम यहाँ से निकल जाओ, and this we will construct the flat and give it to you. That
Okay.
is the way it stands.
So now the question is, the LOT, the person who has purchased the flat in that project, they will be treated as they are home buyer. Because they are home buyer. So the
Right.
home buyer are unsecured financial creditors. So whatever they have paid, and now completing the project itself is in jeopardy. So it means their money has gone. Or suppose some buyer is coming, some PRA is coming, and he's saying, I will.
I think ये online question मत answer.
एक मिनट, let him finish. Please carry on.
Sir,
Please carry on.
if the LOT says, if the LOT says, I am going to build it, and you have to pay me 10 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees, which is already he have paid maybe 100%, maybe 90%. So in that case, whether he have to again pay, or he can say to the AR that, boss, I am not going to pay any rupee. So again, the project will be stalled.
Okay, now this is when RP is sitting there, assume that RP is sitting there in that particular project. He is inviting the resolution plans from various different buyers, PRAs. PRAs submit resolution plan. One PRA will say, yes, I am going to give you the project completed, but I will complete project in 10 years and I won't charge you anything. At 10th year, I will give you the possession. Second PRA will come, he says, I will charge you 10,000 rupees per square feet, but I will give you that at the end of 1 year. Okay, then such thing will come. Now, when it comes up, then RP is already filing the resolution, that what is called matrix, evaluation matrix. In evaluation matrix, he puts his who is highest, lowest, etc., and he puts it to the COC that it is for the COC which is to be accepted. It may happen that just because people, they are not going to charge anything, COC will decide जो charge नहीं करता है home buyer को, so we will give it, that, but they will have to wait for 10 years. Second situation may come up, he will say, no, I don't mind to pay 10,000 rupees. COC members will say, we don't mind to pay 10,000 rupees, but I want planned yesterday basis, so within 1 year. So that is what it may happen. So everything will go on the basis of resolution plan comes up and what COC approves it.
Correct. So in this case, when the COC is approved, so it will be through the AR. It is through the AR.
Not through AR. It is through AR. Only the information is given, and then after this, every home buyer is required to vote. And after voting, their voting also, individual voting comes to the AR, and AR votes on behalf of them. For example, that is like a
Correct, sir. No issue.
Sir,
so in that case, SRA should also have a voting right.
Next time कोई आया ही नहीं मीटिंग में. अभी 5-10 जन आए, next time है ना 5 जन भी नहीं आएंगे.
क्यों करने का?
फिर वो मीटिंग ही कोई इधर कोई आएगा ही नहीं.
तो क्या करें अभी में? What you want to do?
आपने हाइब्रिड रखा है.
This is not right, sir. Why you are objecting online? People are also devoting time online. Why you are objecting, sir? Question नहीं पूछने का.
So, but then people who are coming here, they are what they are coming, and next time who will come here?
No, sir, if you don't keep this facility, we will come there. So either you don't keep facility.
No, but anyway, now and then
I'm so sorry.
No, I think I am answering this. Since I am here for answering it. Just a minute. Please, Mr. Navandarji is only requesting. Please come on presently.
Yes. No, Parvinji should not interrupt. And anyone is asking any question, the Parvinji should not interrupt. Either if you are doing this kind of meeting, then you should allow the interaction.
Absolutely. You are also a participant and you have got full right. No issue.
This is not
Sir, one question. Whether the SRA, which the promoter, the PRA have to make the flats. So suppose 10,000 flats, the PRA have to make. So in that case, they don't have to vote anything. SRA have no voting power in that case.
No, SRA have no voting power because reason is, now look at the scenario. SRA is not a financial creditor. Again, SRA is land owner. Look at the scenario. I am thinking SRA is synonymous to the like a landowner. He is handing over the construction right to a developer. This is the thing.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
So, come to this point, sir, now.
And what are the points?
No, whether we have covered all the 4 points, Manoj?
No.
Then
We are on second point.
Okay.
Home buyers right to approach RERA during CIRP.
Buyers right.
Can RERA appoint a new developer because there is a harmonious construction? So if there is a harmonious construction,
we have got written orders from RERA since the company is under CRP, we decline to intervene. 2-line order.
but if he has already filed before CIRP starts,
Even then, the moment CRP starts, RERA will write the companies under CRP, we decline to pass it.
no, not in every case. Sir. In RERA, there are two authorities, RERA and appellate tribunal.
Appellate tribunal.
See, the appellate tribunal in one of my case, the case is pending, and I have to attend every time their hearing, and in that hearing I have to explain that what is the stage of CIRP. They are not dismissing the case. They are holding it that if you don't appoint a promoter, if you don't appoint a developer, I'll appoint a developer.
Manoj bhai,
Because there is a harmonious construction. So they are taking that point that there is no conflict. Here, you can appoint, but I am giving you first chance. I am just adjourning the matter. I am not closing the matter.
Manoj bhai, if it is happens.
The PRA, na,
No, RERA can also give. RERA can.
Manoj bhai, if
Under
this
the
happens,
RERA Act, they can give.
If this happens-
Here if the
But IBC में क्या होगा, फिर इसका क्या मालूम होगा?
if this happens, what for we should have IBC?
हाँ वही तो.
What for IBC? I beg to differ on this matter. Even RERA may be doing it. See, basically, so long as CRP is going and RP is sitting here, just a minute. RP is calling the EUI, he is calling expression interest, he is doing someone else. So that is the same way which is happening. If RERA, just a minute, if RERA wants to appoint someone else, please ask if that someone else to put it there. That is what I understand.
They are not appointing. They are taking status of the case every time
Let them
that
take it.
you do it or I will do it.
I'm doing it
Like that.
The process.
So I have to explain that this is a stage, this is a state, and I have explained to him that I am doing it for the whole company. And you will be doing it for one project only, sir.
My
But
dear sir.
it took 2 hours to me to make
My
him
dear sir,
understand.
my dear
He
sir.
was only on one point that since there is a harmonious construction, I have a right, I am not going to dismiss.
My dear friend, SRA is the judges, they are appointed.
Yeah.
They have full right to take their view,
Right.
and they have full right to even, they have to please the people who have come to them. In heart of
I will
heart,
not comment on
just
that.
a minute, in heart of heart, they also know their limitations. RERA law gets overridden by
No,
this
but,
law.
he
And-
has taken a decision rightly
See,
that I am not doing anything, but you keep.
But ठीक है.
It is just like a status report.
Anyway, it is RP has got one more boss
They are
in
not
this matter.
cancelling every day. Yeah.
RP has got one more boss, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं.
Now, sir, next point is, in case of lease, that happens in SFIO, ED and everywhere. You keep in harmony with them. You provide
One case order has been passed.
document. Yes.
You be in harmony with SFIO
Yes,
and
yes,
share all the
exactly.
data with
और
them.
ये ऐसे बार
और मैं कहा SFIO मेरे को डेटा देगा क्या? मैंने बोला
थर्ड पार्टी ऑडिटर लगा है,
तो-
वो भी ऐसे बात करता है कि जैसे अपन कल्प्रिट है ना,
हाँ।
बोला है तू शांति से बात कर, तू आजा मेरे ऑफिस जो चाहिए वो.
We'll talk to him about how to deal with them.
That is offline discussion. In case
मुझे
of
ऑडिटर आया तो उनको कैसे डील करना मैं बता दो. नेक्स्ट टाइम आता नहीं मेरे पास.
In case of leased property of CD, lease में लिया हुआ है CD ने, ऑनर कोई और है, can lease be cancelled during CIRP or during liquidation?
During liquidation, yes, but during CRP, no, as per my knowledge.
लेकिन वो सेवन हिल हॉस्पिटल वगैरह वो लीज प्रॉपर्टी पे है ना.
PMC से lease.
BMC से lease पे था.
हाँ, तो सिडको का नवी मुंबई में तो पूरा सिडको का है. और ये महाराष्ट्र
सिंपल
में-
चीज है यार, इधर लिखा रहता है मैं सीआरपी में हूँ, सिंपल, दैट्स ऑल. अपना बेसिक प्रिंसिपल है कि मैं सीआरपी, अपन why we should worry as RPs?
No, but as a liquidator, what will happen?
It will be,
अच्छा,
he
ठीक है.
can do anything.
So
तो
you can
MIDC का
challenge
प्लॉट
it in
होएगा
court.
तो क्या
हाँ.
MIDC
He can do anything. in
That's
that.
the-
You can challenge it.
मनोज भाई,
If the land is allotted by government for some specific use, can it be cancelled during CIRP liquidation?
During CRP, no liquidation.
जो 27 का
Yes.
पेपर है
आप
उसमें
दिल में मत लो,
amendment आने
अपने
वाला है।
दिल में मत लो, अपने खुद की प्रॉपर्टी रहते कैंसर होगा, कैंसर हुआ.
नहीं, वो बात नहीं है,
But
sir.
legal is taking
You will
CRP
have
में
to
नहीं.
file a IA.
I
If they try
appreciate.
to cancel it, you will have to file one IA and let NCLT decide on that. Because in one of cases, it has happened that 3,000 acres of land has been cancelled by government. They have taken it back. There are industries on that land.
आपने देखा है वसईवीरा लैंड अभी सेल हुआ है मेरा, चलो
27 का जो मैं बोल रहा था ना, उसमें वो लोग ने नया कंसेप्ट निकाला है रिजोल्यूशन एसेट करके, और वो तो लॉन्ग टर्म लीज कैंसिल कर सकते।
Manudhane sir, I have one question. Sir,
एक मिनट
सर मेरा वीडियो चल नहीं रहा है। I am हेमंत शाह, मेरा ना
henceforth everybody may please identify themselves and speak, please.
I am Hemant Shah. Sir, I am Hemant Shah from Mumbai. Sir, in the case of Guru Ashish, I have one question. That land has been cancelled by the MADA. So, what was the development in that case?
I think we should not reply on a specific question. Land is concerned. Offline, you can take it, sir.
He is under liquidation, and during liquidation it happened. I think it's हुआ होने दो अभी उसका. That is a different issue.
Because the question of that's why I asked this.
27 का इसमें आया है.
This matter is happened much before starting of CIRP. Which started it, and after liquidation जो आपको माड़ा वगैरह का जो सेल किया गया हुआ है, and to 9 different parties they have sold it. This is prior to commencement of CIRP of Guru Ashish.
Okay.
There are 9 parties to he has sold it.
Okay.
So in liquidation, now we are summing up this particular page. In liquidation, all these actions can be taken. Government can cancel, anyone can cancel this agreement.
Lease, land, band सब cancel हो
हाँ, liquidation कर सकते हैं वो लोग, वो लेकिन उनको सर मालूम नहीं है, उनको मालूम नहीं है, that is the issue.
Propose amendment में वो तो बोलते during CIRP भी कर सकते हैं,
वो
उनको मालूम
है क्या
है
ऐसा?
हाँ, अभी वो डिस्कशन पेपर जो मैंने बोला है ना, उसमें हाँ मैं भेजता हूँ आपको, yes it is there. तो 27 जून का
साइड पे ही है ना डिस्कशन.
हाँ 27 जून का है ना, उसमें होता है even long term leases can be cancelled and you can treat it as a part of a resolution asset.
Okay. ठीक है, वो अलग से डिस्कशन करा सकते हैं.
That has not yet come.
इमरजेंसी लैंड ही चला जाएगा ना तो फिर बचा क्या?
वो है चल जाएगा तो लैंड को मालूम नहीं है, कैंसिल करने के लिए सब कोई बेस चाहिए ना.
नहीं और वो तो वो जो लेजर थोड़ी छोड़ेगा ये राइट्स.
करोड़ों रुपया
बेटा पानी लाना,
पानी का सोल्ड, जिस केस में ट्रांसफर पार्टी ने ट्रांसफर कर दिया.
वो तो क्या बेस क्या पॉलिटी जो बोलेगा आके दे.
मैं तो उठ के ही नहीं गया, ट्रांसफर हो गया.
सीएसआईडीसी क्वेश्चन. तो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे जाते हैं सर. होम बायर्स क्लेम्स पे आ जाते हैं. अब ये तो सिचुएशन हो गई कि कौन कैंसिल कर सकता है कौन नहीं. होम बायर्स क्लेम्स में डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस है. एग्रीमेंट साइन एंड रजिस्टर्ड बट मनी नॉट रिसीव्ड इन सीडी.
ओके.
रिसीव्ड इशूड बाय प्रोमोटर्स.
अच्छा
मतलब मनी रिसीव्ड इन अदर ग्रुप कंपनी और नॉट रिसीव्ड एट ऑल.
जो बुक्स में वही आएगा, सिंपल एज दैट, उसका क्लेम पास होएगा.
तो उसका क्लेम होएगा, बाकी सबका रिजेक्ट होएगा.
उसमें है ही नहीं ना.
So there is one situation where court has told me that what is the modus operandi of promoter? वो ऐसा कर रहा था क्या regular with everyone? If he is doing with everyone, then home buyers, yes. Yes. So home buyer is a innocent person. He may pay to the other company also, but he will have to admit the claim. The final decision in that matter has not come. But they asked me that what is the modus operandi? You find out the modus operandi, and if this is the modus operandi, that then this is a different case. But how you will do it? Okay. How I will verify whether he has paid to other company also or not? I have no privy to the knowledge. I don't have privy to look into the books of that company.
अगर बुक्स में अपने बुक्स में एंट्री है, सीडी
नहीं हमारे बुक्स में है नहीं ना.
नहीं सीडी की बुक्स में एंट्री है, डेबिटिंग द अदर कंपनी.
नहीं एंट्री है तब तो ठीक है, लेकिन एंट्री है नहीं ना.
कैसे आप सर दिस इज द डाइवर्जन ऑफ एसेट.
हाँ वो तो मालूम है, इसलिए मैडम बोल रही हो गलत चीज है.
पैसा अगर बुक्स में आया तो प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है उसमें.
मनोज भाई एक टिपिकल इशू आता है. लेट अस सी व्हाट इज द क्लेम एडमिशन प्रोसीजर. वी हैव टू थिंक फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. आरपी इज हियर टू नॉट टू एडजुडिकेट, टू वेरीफाई द क्लेम based on the documents he produced. Many cases, let us not talk of home buyers, but others also. It many times happens that we may not be able to check in our books of account whether that money has come or not. There are several cases. Similar thing which has happened in home buyers case typically. These are the small money comes up. Promoters के पास पैसा आता है, promoter issue कर देता है, चेक भी पार्टी इश्यू कर देती है, बट क्या होता है, चेक नॉर्मली बोलता है ठीक है मेरे पास चेक दे दो, 10 लाख का चेक दे दो, नाम मैं डाल दूंगा, वो बेचारा आदमी दे देता है, उसके ऊपर मनोज अग्रवाल खुद का नाम डाल के डिपॉजिट कर देता है। क्या करेगा वो आदमी? he has paid the money, he has given the receipt, he has submitted receipt. So ultimately claim acceptance procedure is based on the evidence submitted by the party. We have been accepting these matters many a times.
No, but the thing is that what is the procedure? You cannot do it, you cannot adjudicate that he is a bichara person and you admit this claim.
No question bichara.
You have to go it by the document. If you have not received money in your bank statement, how you can admit him as a financial
Many
creditor?
times. Do we check everything 100% cases with our own books of account in several cases?
Yeah.
100% तो होता नहीं है, quite a few cases होता नहीं है।
जो अमेंडमेंट जो बोल रहा हूँ ना 27 तारीख का, उसमें ये भी इशू है कि आरपी हैज टू राइट लेटर टू ऑल द क्रेडिटर्स।
Yes, that is a mandatory point of
वो
that.
एक है, और उसमें तो एक दूसरा ऐसा ट्रिकी पॉइंट है कि वो जो he has to see the information from any other source. अगर मैंने आपको बोला कि नहीं बाबा ये क्रेडिटर है, उनको वो सब कंसीडर करना है, then there will be a lot of fake claims.
Yes, yes.
ढूंढ के लाओ।
ढूंढ के लाओ कि कौन-कौन है, उनको लेकर लिखो। वो that issue is there.
इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट का जो गाइडलाइन जो आएगा ऑडिटर्स, तो तुमने तुम्हारा जो डेटर्स कंफर्मेशन के लिए जो डाटा कलेक्ट किया है वो तुमको आरपी को देना पड़ेगा। वो डाटा आरपी जो है उनको ईमेल लिखेगा कि इफ यू हैव एनी क्लेम, इफ यू हैव एनी डेटर्स, जो भी है।
Yes, yes. All these things are coming, sir. But as per me, this claim, I have not admitted these claims, and some of the home buyers are have filed the IA, and those are still not decided, so we don't know what will be the.
It is a typical issue in home buyers के many cases 10-20 हजार रुपए भी कैश लगा के देते हो, कैश रिसीट इश्यू होता है, स्टैम्प रिसीट होता है, पार्टी ने अकाउंट नहीं किया। Is home buyers responsible?
Similar point is no, home buyer is responsible. Home buyer is responsible. If I am buying something, my understanding is that if I am buying something from X, I should not pay to Y.
No, but suppose I have issued you the.
We are paid X only, but cash.
For me, you should do RTGS only.
हाँ?
No, RTGS नहीं, वो
नहीं वो तो ठीक है, we are talking typically, ऐसा RTGS बोलना वगैरह ठीक है, चेक इश्यू करना ठीक है, but actually क्या होता है बिल्डर के साथ, the home buyer is normally a small individual person, semi illiterate persons रहते हैं या illiterate persons रहते हैं, बिल्डर बोलता है कि मेरे को 10,000 दे दो, 10,000 रुपए दे दे, कैश रिसीट दे देता है और वो खुद के पॉकेट में डालता है।
Sir, I understand.
And that is why that is why the builders are in trouble and they are going behind the bar. How can we penalize those small boys, small people?
और आज ही दे दिया तो CRP में चालू होने के पहले 2 साल के
10 साल के बाद आता है CRP, 10 साल के बाद
नहीं, लेकिन आज चालू होने के बाद वो बैकडेटेड रिसीप्ट दे दिया तो
वो होता है सर,
वो भी होता है।
सर वही हो रहा है, कई सारे लोगों को इसको खड़ा किया है और बैकडेटेड रिसीप्ट किया है, मुझे दिख रहा है वो बैकडेटेड रिसीप्ट है।
Abhay sir, ignorance of law is not an excuse.
Correct.
That is established.
I appreciate.
But ठीक है, home buyers
इसको
have no
cheat
need
किया।
But how can you yourself decide? As a RP, you are not an adjudicator.
I am not saying that.
Let them go to NCLT and NCLT get the decision. If NCLT tells us that you admit the claim of XYZ, we will admit this.
What the law procedure says that
how you will verify whether he has actually paid to that company or not? I don't have right to look into the other group company where he is claiming that I have paid. How I will verify whether he has paid or not?
You can write a letter to that company कि भैया ऐसा कर
This
रहा है।
company is also doldrum, कुछ नहीं है उसमें भी, डब्बा companies.
ये डब्बा कंपनी रहने वाले।
Your point that whether modus operandi was there or not, इसका क्या solution है? Actually main point वो है कि भाई whether how he will verify कि whether
How can I verify whether there is a modus
तो
operandi?
उसका क्या solution करने वाले?
The solution to that is, as per me, is a group insolvency. If you are looking that type of modus, then you take the whole group into one and then put everything with that one RP and let him do the group insolvency and you treat all the group as one company. But can you do that? Is that possible in Companies Act?
But इस केस को कैसे हैंडल किया आपने? इस केस को कैसे
अभी सर ये अभी चल रहा है NCLT. So it is still going on. There is no decision on that.
Without sugar है? नहीं, मैं दूसरा लगाता हूँ. Without sugar है?
Without sugar 2 लाख।
Yes. Yes, yes.
क्यों? You also would.
So sir, next point is only allotment letter is issued. Allotment छाप के दे दिया.
पैसा
Money not received in CD's account. कहाँ दिया मालूम नहीं, किस कंपनी में दिया या कैसे दिया. So allotment letter के basis में can you do that?
No, this should be there.
वो तो आज ही दे सकते हैं ना, 4 साल पे देगा.
एक्चुअल पैसा आना चाहिए ना.
In my case, on one particular day, he has issued 100, 200 allotment letters like that. When there was a pressure on him for payment, he has taken money in some other way somewhere, and he has allotted ये building में flat सबको बांट दिए. So I have rejected those claims. So again, the question of modus operandi and everything is coming.
पैसा आया कि नहीं आया?
पैसा नहीं आया, allotment letter मार दिया
इस
ना.
केस में पैसा आया है. There are allotment letters where money has come. I have admitted that. But where the money has not come in CD, so as per me, the litmus test is whether the money has come to CD or not. If money has not come to CD, I have rejected those claims.
अगर वो जो बिल्डिंग प्लान में जो कोई अगर है ही नहीं, समझो ये नहीं, उससे अलॉटमेंट लेटर दिया और उससे पैसा समझो आया कि रेती वाला था, रेती वाले को बोला तू ये फ्लैट ले ले,
सामने रेती है, वाटर चलता
नहीं
है,
वाटर नहीं जो भी है, लेकिन तेरा पैसा उड़ गया सामने. वो प्लान में वो फ्लैट ही नहीं है, तो
प्लान में वो बिल्डिंग नहीं है या फ्लैट नहीं है,
फ्लैट नहीं है,
फ्लैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल. तो क्या करेंगे सर उसका? आई एम आल्सो फेसिंग दिस प्रॉब्लम.
10 फ्लैट है, 501 से 510,
वो 520 तक बेच
512 नंबर वाला फ्लैट दे दिया, प्लान में है ही.
अरे है ही नहीं तो फिर क्या, खत्म हो गया ना.
तो आप क्या कर सकते हो?
वो क्लेम पर
एज पर इफ यू हैव रिसीव्ड द मनी,
वो क्लेम पर
sir, there is a this is typical situation. If you have received the money in CD, that should be the litmus test.
लेकिन वो प्लान ही नहीं, तो होम बायर है क्या?
एक मिनट सर, वो होम बायर है और वो एज पर मी ही इज अ फाइनेंशियल क्रेडिटर.
FC
पैसा आया है कंपनी में, फ्लैट के लिए आया है, गलत तरीके से आया, जैसे भी आया, बट पैसा आया है. तो ही इज अ फाइनेंशियल क्रेडिटर एज अ होम बायर. And what happens to those cases where the flat is not there? Let PRA decide. PRA will say कि या तो मैं उसको दूसरा फ्लैट दूंगा, या फिर मैं कुछ नहीं दूंगा उसको, या फिर मैं कुछ पैसा दूंगा, चलो रिफंड दूंगा. Let him treat that. ना? This is my understanding.
यानी क्लेम तो एक्सेप्ट करना है.
Claim admit करना चाहिए. Money has come to the.
वो रेती के अगेंस्ट है ना, तब तो पैसा आया ही नहीं है.
रेती आई ना, पहले गुड आया.
Then he is an operational.
Then he is an operational creditor.
Operational creditor.
If you want to classify,
उसके सामने एडजस्ट करके फ्लैट दे दिया, तो वो तो होएगा ही ना.
अगर एग्रीमेंट कर लिया है तो फिर देना पड़ेगा.
एग्रीमेंट नहीं, खाली एडजस्टमेंट का अलॉटमेंट कर दिया, लेटर लिख दिया.
Agreement has to be there.
सर एग्रीमेंट की तरफ 100 रुपए का स्टाम्प पेपर लगाया हुआ है, क्या करूं?
नहीं, उस केस में मेरे हिसाब से तो उसको ओसी मानना चाहिए आपको.
Without sugar.
एग्रीमेंट अगर रजिस्टर्ड हो गया देन
एग्रीमेंट नहीं हुआ, अलॉटमेंट
नहीं सर, एग्रीमेंट नहीं हुआ है. 100 रुपए के स्टाम्प पेपर पे उसने जो है सब एक वो बना के दिए हैं.
कौन बोल रहा है? आइडेंटिफाई करो.
सर आई एम ये राकेश तुलसियान, मैं फोटो भी देख लूं सर. सर इशू ये है कि बिल्डर ने जो है 100 रुपए के स्टाम्प पेपर बना के फर्जी मेरे सामने खड़े कर दिए हैं ये होम बायर्स, और वो सब होम बायर को उसने सब पे साइन किया हुआ है उसका रिसीट कि देखो ये रिसीट है, ये रिसीट है, ये रिसीट है, ये रिसीट है. अब आप बैंक अकाउंट से चेक करो, और बैंक अकाउंट बंद हो गया. अब बैंक अकाउंट से मांग रहे हैं, बैंक अकाउंट वाला भी नहीं मिल रहा है. अभी वो 100 रुपीज के स्टाम्प पेपर को मैं मानूं या न मानूं?
राकेश जी, बैंक अकाउंट वाले को बैंक को तो देना पड़ेगा स्टेटमेंट. यू विल हैव टू टेक द स्टेटमेंट,
करेक्ट सर,
वेरीफाई वेदर फंड हैज कम और नॉट.
यस,
अगर पैसा आया है तो आपको उसको एडमिट करना पड़ेगा. आप पहले से फर्जी नहीं बोल सकते सर उसको.
करेक्ट सर. बैंक लेकिन बैंक में ये कोई नाम नहीं लिखा है कि किसका चेक है, क्या आया है, कुछ नहीं लिखा है. सिर्फ 1 लाख 1 लाख 1 लाख 1 लाख लिखा है. और जो रिसीट किया उसमें कोई चेक नंबर नहीं दिया.
क्या है सिचुएशन, वो तो देख के आपको करना पड़ेगा सर.
देने वाले के पास तो चेक नंबर का वगैरह रहेगा ना, डिटेल्स.
ओरिजिनल बायर है
सर.
तो मैंने तो केस फाइल कर रखा है.
Specific queries can be answered by seeing the actual documents only, sir.
In fact,
as per me, my understanding is that the litmus test should be whether the money has come to the CD or not.
In fact, to add to this situation, to add to the situation, we come across even situation that prior to commencement of CIRP also, so many operational creditors are there, the signed suppliers, etc., etc. their amounts are lying there in the books.
Yes.
Against those credits, entries have been passed, allotting the flats to them. Agreements also has been executed, stating that this much amount has received instead of cash in lieu of their supplies of goods. And this is such a common thing that they, not only that I have gone to the case, just a minute, I have gone to the extent of further thing, which is very, very funny situation. Even employee salaries which remained unpaid. Against that also they have got adjusted, and the employees also smart enough, like the builder is, that if the one employees payment dues are may say for example 5 lakh rupees and flat is worth 1 crore rupees. So about 4 or 5 employees come together saying that my 5 lakh rupees each करके 5 लोगों के नाम से flats allot करवा दिए and 5 lakh each करके 25 lakh rupees has been adjusted. Such things also have come across. Now tell me how the RP has to deal such matters. It's a matter is really clear. It happened prior to CIRP. It happened beyond the look back period. What RP can do it? It's a very funny situation. And I come across 5 employees, even male and female members. They are staff members. They are buying. They have taken the flat. Can you imagine the 5 members of the staff, employees, and that is male and female taking flat together? They must have done adjusted somewhere because they were not getting salaries. Such thing, very funny thing we come across. But let us tell. RP has to take a broader view. It happened prior to CRP. There is no point in fighting with everyone. If RP starts fighting with everyone, then he will have to have, I think, a battery of lawyers. As it is in the real estate, RP has to have hundreds of lawyers. And thereafter, he'll have to go for batteries of lawyers. So some broader view also has to be taken. Practical view, broader view. Okay.
But then tomorrow somebody else will challenge you how you have taken this view.
No, see, basically, again, test is that, is the money payable to him or not? Number one, yes. That party, yes, there was a credit balance was there in that party, salary credit karke rakha hai uska, and by entry pass karke, agreement has been executed, agreement has been registered.
Then it is.
Then how the RP can do it? Yes, paisa aaya hua hai.
Yes, sir, this is a situation where you can admit it. I also agree with it, because there was a liability to pay, and against that the flat is only question is whether he is OC or FC. That can be decided liberally by you. वो अलग है. But here when you have not received money in your CD, then what happens?
Money, we are talking of money in cash, otherwise in kind.
Any kind.
Now, if it is not there, the question, see, basically these are the fake entries.
Yes. No, not fake entries always. Money is taken into XYZ and company, and then flat of
again, how the things have been treated, everyone, every case will have to see, specific question will have to see. हमारे केस में मैंने other case agreement has been executed with some party stating that you make payment to someone, the company has executed that agreement, and that's why the parties are paying to third parties.
Document is specific.
See, basically, as you are rightly pointed, company to company and case to case, you have to see it.
Yes.
आपको modus operandi भी समझेगा.
Sir, one very specific question on this claim verification. Maybe my personal. Builder को पैसा दिया एडवांस to book the flat. Builder given the guarantee also कि मैं 3 साल में पैसा दे दूंगा, और उसने स्टैम्प रसीद दिया, एग्रीमेंट बना के दिया ऑन स्टैम्प पेपर विद द अश्योर्ड रिटर्न कि आपको 18% रिटर्न से मैं बाईबैक भी कर लूंगा. अभी वो पैसा कैश में दिया था, उसको कैसे ट्रीट करेगा आरपी?
अभी we are chartered accountants. How can we talk about the cash in that to sitting in history of chartered accountants office?
वो अभी बिल्डिंग लाइन में लेते हैं ना सर, अभी क्या?
I think we should not talk anything in chartered accountants office now.
सर उसको तो आप भूल जाइए सर. Cash payments को cash दिया लिया वो सब we should not even discuss these things.
Yeah, I think we should not talk.
पास क्लेम आता है तो कैसे करेंगे सर? आरपी के पास ऐसा क्लेम
कर लीजिए.
भाई साहब अपन चाय पीने के लिए बैठेंगे, डिस्कस करेंगे अलग से. Not in institutes of
ऐसा क्लेम आता है तो आप उसका proof of payment मांगिए. अगर प्रूफ ऑफ पेमेंट नहीं मिलता है तो रिजेक्ट कीजिए. दैट्स ऑल.
प्रूफ ऑफ पेमेंट मिलने के बाद बुक्स में एंट्री नहीं मिलती तो क्या करेंगे?
हाँ वही बोल रहा है, वो रिसीट दिखा रहा है
सर. इसमें
रिसीट इज नॉट अ प्रूफ ऑफ पेमेंट सर. बैंक स्टेटमेंट में रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है कि नहीं, दैट इज प्रूफ ऑफ पेमेंट.
तो मैंने कैश दे दिया ना. बाद में अभी उसने बुक में नहीं जमा किया तो मैं क्या करूं?
अरे why are we talking of the cash business? Let us not talk cash business. It is incorrect.
We should not take these things on our head.
Please let us not talk cash business.
And let him go to court and take a order.
See, the thing is, my view is that in case the cash is given and the builder has issued a receipt, so far as the home buyer is concerned, he has
Done his duty.
ड्यूटी. अभी चेक के केस में अगर उसने ब्लैंक चेक दिया है तो देन ही कैनॉट क्लेम कि मैंने पैसा इसको दिया है, राइट? बट अगर कैश का रिसीट उसको मिल गया है देन ही इज एंटाइटल्ड फॉर हिज क्लेम. अभी आप जो डाइवर्शन का केस फाइल करना है दैट यू विल फाइल अगेंस्ट द बिल्डर. मगर चेक के केस में ही शुड गिव अकाउंट पे चेक, और अगर उसने खाली छोड़ के दिया और वो कहीं और चला गया then it is his fault. But in कैश के केस में उसका फॉल्ट नहीं है.
But सर कैश के केस में 10 लाख 5 लाख रुपया there is a limit. आप कितना कैश दे सकते हो? अगर आप उतना कैश दे रहे हो whether that is allowed to give.
वो अगर
लीगल टेंडर
है लेकिन अंडर इनकम टैक्स है because of other law it is not allowed. बाकी it is a legal tender.
Stamp duty avoiding and all this.
जो भी हो कैश का रीजन. See, मैक्सिमम केस में होता है जो पार्किंग का पैसा होता है ना वो कैश में दे देते हैं. So all these things happens, but we strictly we should not admit those claims where cash is given.
No,
even
but
cash receipt is also there, and if it is not reflecting in books.
We up to 10,000 cash जो income tax allowed let us take.
50,000
जो allowed है वो
10,000 per day.
अच्छा, okay, then
10,000 per day.
then it is.
Right, sir. So now we have come to the last slide, and these are the issues that have been asked by IBBI on in their note.
डिस्कस कर चुके हैं.
फिर भी मैं एक बार इनसे if you want then we can
डिस्कस कर चुके हैं और अभी IBBI का पेपर ही आ जाएगा उस पे से शॉर्टली आ जाएगा.
आने वाला है उसका पेपर. यस आ रहा है उसका पेपर.
आई थिंक आने के बाद डिस्कस करेंगे तो बेटर है क्योंकि ऑलरेडी 1 महीने 1.5 महीने पहले अपन ने
वी आर डिस्कस 1.5 महीना पहले ये मैटर.
ये महीना मैटर आपने इधर डिस्कस किया था.
जैसे आपने डिस्कस तो किया था बट मैंने ये जानबूझ करके कुछ एक उसमें से सब पॉइंट मैंने नहीं उठाया है.
ठीक है. आप
आई हैव टेकन सम 5-6 पॉइंट्स आउट ऑफ दैट.
नो आई थिंक में अगर पॉइंट है ना जैसे क्लेम्स है वो उसमें जीएसटी भरा है तो जीएसटी लेने का कि नहीं लेने का वो एक बड़ा इशू आता है. दूसरा इंटरेस्ट का इशू आता है कि इंटरेस्ट अगर नहीं डाला है तो 8% इंटरेस्ट जो अपन ने इसमें डाला है आईबी रेगुलेशन में आईबीसी में तो 8% लेने का ही नहीं. अभी वो कहाँ से लेने का up till which date we should consider.
ये सब क्वेश्चन सर आप लोगों ने क्लेम्स पास किए हैं. आप लोग आंसर कर सकते हैं.
We have seen that thing because someone is asking
नंबर ऑफ क्लेम जो है ना ऑफिशियली भी बहुत उसके पैसा आया है इंटरेस्ट लेने का नहीं लेने का कब लेने का जीएसटी का क्रेडिट देने का नहीं देने का. जीएसटी मनी वी हैव कलेक्टेड बट जो सर्विस टैक्स है वो तो डिपार्टमेंट में गया है तो अभी क्लेम लेने का कि नहीं लेने का.
Normally we are taken the view not GST we are not considering it because the government could use it but yes principal amount and interest का issue also comes because there are certain cases where you go to RERA interest कितना प्रोड्यूस करता है?
It is 9%, but we have gone by the agreement.
Agreement provides some interest. These are the things which comes into pictures. So that's what I think we have to take a view on case to case basis.
Agreement wise you are going, otherwise 8%.
Otherwise 8% है.
It is written in the regulation.
Regulation में mention किया and RERA specifies third interest.
RERA?
Specifies some other interest.
No, RERA is saying that
I also forgot that
interest will be equal in both the cases from both sides.
More or less ज़्यादा का issue नहीं आता
but RERA वाले एग्रीमेंट है कहाँ पर सर? अभी तो सब पुराने वाले ही आ रहे हैं.
ठीक है.
तकलीफ में आ रहे हैं.
No, ऐसा ही है.
वो मोगा वाले भी आ रहे हैं.
What happens there? RERA also. We have to see even the RERA also provision. What it specifies? There are 3 different interest आ गए ना फिर इसमें. कौन सा लेना आरपी के लिए? नहीं अपने लिए जैसे होगा.
अपने लिए
एग्रीमेंट के लिए
एक रेरा का और एक अपना
आईबीसी का होगा.
एग्रीमेंट.
So this is what आरपी के लिए भी क्वेश्चन है but somehow one has to solve the problem.
But one situation comes एग्रीमेंट में है इंटरेस्ट बट पार्टी ने डाला ही नहीं है. मतलब जिसने क्लेम डाला उसने नहीं डाला है. हाउ कैन यू एडमिट इट?
आईबीसी का 8% आएगा ना.
आईबीसी का 8% आएगा ना उसमें. नो डिस्प्यूट.
ठीक। तो सर अभी जो पॉइंट्स आ गए क्लेम में और कुछ है सर या फिर आगे बढ़े?
Claim मतलब भी you can run these points quickly. जो आपने
Unsigned form है claim, unsigned
Sir, can I
है.
interrupt? Mine is,
I think ठीक है, some we have to take a view because
हाँ.
क्या होता है छोटे लोग आते हैं क्या करेंगे इसके लिए? अब बड़ा आदमी होगा ना तो उसके लिए we
Yes,
have to take it.
अविनाश जी आप क्या बोल रहे थे?
we'll run through these points.
Yes. So mandating IRP to approach home buyers for claims based on corporate debtors records. This has been, this is, in this point, this has come to the main discussion paper also. Not only home buyers, you will have to send to everyone.
But then information is based on if it is available to you.
But you will have to try to gather it from somewhere also, like auditor and all.
Auditors से बात सकते हैं, builders से, but you will have to show that at least I have tried my level.
I have tried my level best.
To get the maximum claims.
Yes. You will have to communicate. It is not, a public notice is not enough now. कि public notice दे दिया उतना चल गया. You will have to communicate with everyone who you think that there is a claim. He is a creditor.
Auditor, RERA,
And this not apply only to financial creditor, even operational creditor and everyone.
You have to approach everybody.
Everyone.
पहले से अभी ज्यादा क्लेम अभी लोग अवेयरनेस तो हो गया. पहले जब 1918 में या 17 में जब लॉ चालू हुआ तभी कोई ध्यान नहीं देता था.
सर अभी ज्यादा अवेयर हो गए लोग, उनको मालूम हो गया है कि अभी मेरे केस में क्या किया, उनको मालूम हो गया कि वो जो 12/2 का पीरियड खत्म हो गया तो उसने क्लेम है ना विदाउट साइन भी सब किया बट विदाउट डेट भेजा.
ये तो चलता रहेगा सर.
तो बोल रहे सब अवेयर हो गए लोग.
एक क्लेम फाइल के लिए तो ऐसा क्लासिक एग्जांपल होता है व्हेन यू पब्लिश एडवर्टाइजमेंट एंड होम बायर्स का रहता है. मेरे ऑफिस ऐसी लाइन लग गई लोगों के, तो लिफ्ट में से इतने लोग हैं, तो एक दिन मैं लिफ्ट में चढ़ रहा था, मैं उससे पूछा साहब आपने क्या लफड़ा किया कि इतने लोग आपके ऑफिस में पैसा
मैं उनको बोल रहा था.
मेरे इट हैपेंड विद मी.
आपने लफड़ा किया वो तो आप
घर में पहुंच गए थे.
अरे
मेरे घर में तो बहुत
में लोग आ रहे थे, तुमने किसी का पैसा नहीं करवाया, सो पीपल आर शाउटिंग एंड कमिंग.
क्या करेंगे अभी बेचारे पुअर गाइस.
और आपने जो बोला they are not putting the dates. अच्छा. Intentionally.
क्या विजिटर्स ने सामने से आके पूछा वेयर इज मिस्टर अभय मानोदन, ही इज सिटिंग देयर. उनको क्या मालूम कि मिस्टर
मैं बाजू में बैठा और मेरे आदमी को बोलते हैं वो साहब या तो नहीं बैठते कि मालूम है इन लोगों को कहां आंसर करेंगे.
वो लोग ऐसे शाउट कर रहे थे ना as if we have taken the money.
ऐसा ही होता है.
ठीक है, this is RP has to face these problems.
The next point is need for project wise AR.
Getting AR is first of all difficult.
Yes, project wise AR मतलब अगर आपके 10 प्रोजेक्ट है तो 10 AR बैठेंगे सर. अभी मैं अकेला आपको परेशान करता हूँ.
25,000 into 10 होंगे ना.
सर खोज के लाएंगे कहाँ से? AR बनने के लिए लोग तैयार नहीं होते हैं.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
हाँ तो एक केस में ऐसे करो कि यार कोई नहीं मानो, सभी को मालूम पड़ेगा ना IBBI को.
उसमें ये सजेशन ये होना चाहिए जैसे IBBI जो वो लिस्ट निकालती है लिक्विडेटर और आरपी बनाने के लिए, IRP बनाने के लिए, ऐसा ही AR के लिए भी एक कंसेंट फॉर्म बना देना चाहिए. तो वो भी एक हो सकता है कि IBBI को वो करना चाहिए कि अपनी वेबसाइट पे डाल देंगे
5,000 देते हो तो चिल्लाते हैं 8,000 रुपए दे दो, 10,000 रुपए दे दो. AR बेचारा
you is Hemant Shah who speak?
Rakesh Tulsiyan ji hai.
Rakesh ji, the issue I think probably I don't know whether you are there or not. When executive director IBBA was there, that time also this question we have raised it that if there are project wise AR तो कहाँ से लाएंगे? हमको 3 लेने के लिए जान निकलती है, कहाँ से लेके आएंगे?
Yes sir.
ये issue है, but we'll have to face it that means.
So now, as far as real estate project is concerned, means to arrange funding for completion of the process, not only process बल्कि projects. मतलब आपको interim finance arrange करना पड़ेगा because you are responsible to run it as a going concern. So वो क्या करेंगे सर आप बताइए? कहाँ से interim finance के लिए कहाँ से पैसा लेके आएंगे?
Home buyer का representative जो है, AR has to fund this money. Simple. Answer is very clear. Ultimately, my home buyer, you are a home buyer.
Ultimately, you are the beneficiary.
Maybe beneficiary.
Home buyer is the beneficiary.
Exactly. That's why I say I'm taking it a little bit lighter sense.
See, the home buyer are ready to pay as per agreement. So if agreement says that 7th slab has to be put, if you put the 7th slab, then raise the bill.
I think.
But you for construction of that 7th slab, you cannot ask home buyer to pay the money.
जिसका
इससे
लोटा डूब
बोलना
गया, उसको बाल्टी डाल
रियल
दी।
एस्टेट प्रोजेक्ट आरपी ने बोल कर कंप्लीट करना बोलना बहुत बहुत इजी है, बट एग्जीक्यूशन करना जान निकल जाएगी।
But this is coming, sir.
एक मिनट, आई एम कमिंग बैक ऑन दिस मैटर। इट इज गोइंग टू बी एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट because so many provisions are there. I was not in this, I was handling another project which was a company where this one project executions were there, that is Pune metro का station complete करने के लिए।
Yes.
Political issues comes up that if someone is asking for underhand dealing something, how the RP can do it? Ultimately they have stopped money. It was a 9 stations construction का contract है, 3 stations complete किया, PMO has Prime Minister inaugurated 2 stations are complete, all entire girders वगैरह ready, सब कुछ हुआ। Thereafter MD says because of so and so reason, because some so and so political reason says, okay we are not doing it, we are terminating project. RP कुछ नहीं कर सकता इसमें। Ultimately RP takes a breath of the bankers. Now banker says how the bank guarantee has been encashed. I can't go on telling that what are the issues going on. Completion of these mega projects, particularly by RP, is not a joke. It is not my cup of tea. Do we have, and particularly when the company where all the promoters ran away, all employees ran away, RP alone is handling that project. He and his team members. You know the case.
Yes, I know, sir. And
But it happened with me.
the thing is that we are not even having access to the registered office. We are fighting with the departments to get the registered office access.
All these problems.
So all these things are there, but
All the problems
who
are there.
will
Like coming back
brief
again.
these things to IBBI, sir? That is the problem. They are coming up with these things.
We are here, so that's why completion
IBBI
of the
is not
project.
helping you. IP will not help you. See, IBBI से कुछ भी question पूछोगे, they will say you have not filed the form, you have not filed this. I am not getting the CD office by the bank has not opened the door of the CD office saying they have already confiscated us on the in Perpesi.
आप बोलते बिल्कुल दुरुस्त है, because IBBI is only monitoring us without thinking that what problem we face and whether we can do it.
So not only monitoring, you everyday form you have to fill it, and how you fill it the form, you don't have any information. And then you put a IA before the NCLT, it will take long time.
And irrelevant forms, to be very frank. Sorry to use the word irrelevant form. I am unable to understand quite a few forms till today also. I am just telling your relationship disclosure form. If anyone understood, please teach me. Please teach me what it signifies.
I think, sir, we should.
If anyone understood, I'll say मैं हार पहनाने को तैयार हूँ उसको.
I think we should suggest that there should be some means of finance. Government should keep some money out of the budget and create some Swami-like fund who will invest into this.
Just
Sir,
like they are
we have
capitalizing.
talked with the
Suggestion may be
executive
given.
director of IBBI some day back, and we have told that the IBBI is in right now in minus of 92 crore rupees, which can be absorbed from the IPs who have earned a lot of money in their view. And again, they want to financially self-sufficient, so entire money the IP will pay. So how you feel that government will fund us or to complete any project? And I don't know the way the IBBI is putting fine on everything, and the decisions which are coming right now.
Rakesh ji, these are two different issues. One is that how IBBI will run, how they will charge us. That is a different issue. You can contest on that issue. That is not relevant here. My understanding is that not only for real estate project, but for other projects also, they can always create a fund of say 10,000, 20,000 crore or 30,000 crore and Swami-like fund. Swami is already there. So Swami-like fund. If they want that means of arrange funding for completion of the process or completion of the projects, then they should make some arrangements, some banks where the line should be available on submission of relevant documents by the RP. The RP will submit the document just like for taking some interim finance, and those interim finance lines has to be there. There should be some source, maybe with SBI, maybe with PNB, or maybe with some Swami-like fund. But has to be there. This point is for this. As far as what you are saying is fees related, that is a different issue. We will keep fighting with IBBI. वो अलग बात है, sir. But I think we should send some suggestion to government that in budget there should be some provision for taking care of these assets which are stressed assets and fund them and get these companies out of the problem.
Just like they are recapitalizing the banks.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, I think we are
giving bailout packages, na?
Like,
no, but rationality iske piche hai. These are all the private projects.
No, sir, rationality, I am telling you, I am coming to that. They are not giving it for free. Swami is also not giving it for free. They are charging interest. So you can charge interest. You will have, if you are funding it as an interim finance, you have the first charge. Your amount is as CIRP expenses.
at least there will
So
be
you
definite
have coverage.
source.
But then Swami
Yes.
Fund is very strictly monitored. Their disbursement they do, and such type of agency or they will
Procedures
also
and
authorize Swami to do
formalities can
this.
be checked into, sir.
But
Those
at
things
least
can be
definite
checked.
source will be there.
But the definite source, we know, at least we know that where we have to go on the
Correct,
next day when we are appointed as RP. IRP अपॉइंट हुआ, उधर जाकर के बैठ गए सब फाइल वाइल लेके कि सब पैसा दो चलाना है।
नहीं बराबर है,
अभी तो
लेकिन
किसके पास जाएं?
सर मनोज सर पैसा देने के बाद भी वो वेदर दी आरबी इज केपेबल ऑफ मैनेजिंग दैट, वो तो अभय सर जो बोल रहे थे, इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मैनेज दैट.
It's extremely difficult. एखादा के प्रोजेक्ट yes, एखादा प्रोजेक्ट yes, but not all projects.
I am differing on that. We can always take see the extreme cases, जैसा extreme cases की हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं उनको छोड़ दिया जाए.
नॉर्मल को इसमें तो
नॉर्मल जो कंपनीज होती है उनको रन किया जा सकता है बिकॉज इफ द मैनेजमेंट इज अवेलेबल.
रियल एस्टेट में थोड़ा बहुत सारे इश्यूज बहुत अलग अलग है सुनने में आते हैं. बाकी नॉर्मल कंपनी में अगर पूरे स्टाफ है, ट्रेंड है, एक तो रियल एस्टेट में क्या सब आउटसोर्स रहता है ज्यादा करके. योर बिल्डिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्टर अलग रहता है.
सर आई विल गिव हिज केस एग्जांपल ओनली इन दैट पूना वाला जो केस है आपका, उसमें मेट्रो लाइन बनानी है सर, 9 स्टेशन बनाना है. द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स आर आउटसोर्स सारा काम था, फिर भी इन्होंने किया ना. ही इज जस्ट मैनेजिंग दिस थिंग्स. So if RP can manage these things if the funds are available. If he is having a real estate background, then he can handle a real estate project like the promoter. Yeah, in entrepreneur he can handle these projects. He will have to depend on the architect and the he will have to take the CC and all contractors. He can always activate those contractors who were working. And he can activate all the agencies which are involved, and the team, if the employees are there, he can handle this. This is my understanding is if the fund is available, because fund is the only constant. And the second constant is permissions from BMC and all. Second constant is permissions.
When I was RP for even a short period of 2 months, I went and visited the flats and I told यहाँ सेल लगाओ और ये रेट जो है रेट तोड़ो माल बेचो. I was able to sell 6-7 flats and got the money.
That Pune wala matter, na? Yes.
I got money. पैसा ही नहीं तो क्या करूँगा?
Case specific solution.
हाँ.
Yeah, case specific solution is there, but there should be a specific fund creation.
Because
पैसा होना चाहिए.
In that direction also. यहाँ पे वो complete block नहीं है.
हाँ, वो block हो जाता है.
आपके पास ideas है लेकिन funds नहीं है. You cannot resolve.
Right.
It is like that.
But
so now sir next point पे
these type of decisions जो है ना वो बहुत controversial हो जाते हैं at later stages.
So मेरा तो COC फॉर्म नहीं हुआ था, but मेरे को तो करना था तो क्या करूँगा?
This time today this is open to litigation.
क्या होता है? These are all हम अपने enthusiasm में बहुत कुछ करते हैं.
वो promoter को मैंने साथ में लेके किया और मैं बोला ऐसा करो.
I monetized everything. In fact, the promoter was so litigative. So each meeting with promoter, I had got video shooting. मैं full day video shooting करता था.
Anyway, these are the good things which he has taken. The RP has to take a proactive action, which he has rightly taken it. Case to case basis, one has to take proactive action. Let us with abundant precaution. One must.
I called the brokers. मैंने कहा आप वो भी video shooting कर रहा हूँ. कि बॉस क्यों नहीं माल बिक रहा है? बोले सर आपका रेट इतना, मैं क्या रेट में बिकेगा? बोले ये रेट करो हम बेच के कमिट कर दो, कमिट करते हैं. ठीक है, करो. और क्या इससे?
Okay, in fact, good thing he has done it. And same thing one has to do it with the proactive action. You have to do it. This, as you have mentioned in the same case, I completed JNPT project.
Yes.
JNPT का entire SEZ project I completed it in 2.5 years. RP को complete करना is not a joke. Same company में again दिल्ली में गुजरात भवन कंस्ट्रक्ट किया, जो इसका नरेंद्र मोदी का ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट अपोजिट AICC ऑफिस अकबर में 12 महीने के अंदर एंटायर गुजरात भवन कंस्ट्रक्ट करा के दिया.
All these are done in CIRB company.
Which company?
Which company?
These are the Alpha Infra projects. अल फरार
अच्छा अभी क्या हुआ उसका?
लिक्विडेशन में गया, ऑल फरार है, नॉट अल फरार, ऑल फरार।
हाँ मैं समझ गया, अच्छा लिक्विडेशन में गया,
सॉरी लिक्विडेशन। Anyway, that project has been because उसको कोई है ही नहीं,
EPC कंपनी था ना,
EPC
what
company
he
था।
has done in 2-3 projects, this is giving a clue that it is possible to do it if funds are available.
I have run 5
You
years,
have to appoint people from the
5
same
साल हो गए
industry.
One has to
take care of it.
अभी भी चालू है,
लिक्विडेशन चालू है ना,
लिक्विडेशन में अभी भी चालू है, मेरा 8 करोड़ का रिकवरी आएगा अभी, बोलो 8 करोड़ का रिकवरी आएगा।
So, sir, we are moving on to next point now.
Depends from company to company.
Company to company and how RP is able to manage that is also
नहीं तो मैं तो
easy.
ताला लगा के आया था, खत्म हो गया, क्या है?
So, sir, accountability of RP towards home buyers.
ये बड़ा है।
Accountability to RP is one thing is very clear. He is supposed to manage the company first, and of course he has to keep interest of all the stakeholders, including home buyers. I think let us talk. I am of the
No,
opinion.
this point is asked by IBBI.
हाँ.
This is what I am. That is why I am raising.
I can't say I am accountable only to home buyers. This दिन हो गए तो बैंकर जो बैठते COC में
Accountability of RP towards home buyer. We are not saying that only home buyer.
as far towards a home buyer is concerned, RP is supposed to see that they get their dues properly. In fact, they should get the flat, not money. That is the objective.
So the accountability here comes for 2 points. One is answerability, and second is the construction of their house. That is related to that interim finance that we have already discussed.
Whether it is right,
Answerability is also a point where IBBI is insisting that you should meet home buyers on regular basis. Something like that will come up.
obviously, and then today also majority of the RPs they are meeting the home buyers. If RP doesn't meet the home buyers, they will create a chaos for RP.
Yes.
They go to the
So it is a communication, sir. Communication has to be
communication
established.
is always
And
there.
personal meeting is always not necessary, but communication has to be
Communication is
established.
there, and it can be even आजकल video conferencing is there. We are regularly having a video conferencing with
Right.
home buyers. Why we should not have it?
Next is change in valuation methodology to capture project wise value. वो तो अपने we have done that, I think.
No, value wise project wise तो value आती है.
आती ही है. So but IBBI is asking this question.
प्रोजेक्ट वाइज वैल्यू ले लें।
Yes, yes, हम लोग लेते ही हैं sir valuation के time.
बेटर
I'll come back when I come piecemeal resolution. I'll come back that concept.
बेटर को
Yes.
आना ही पड़ेगा।
हाँ?
Assessment of the required cost to complete the
अभी
project
he's
is
taking
an
more
additional
time.
requirement.
मैं 15 मिनट में खत्म करवा दूंगा piecemeal resolution.
Yes, but we are just finishing 2 more points. sir. Assessment of the required cost to complete projects. This is a new thing. Assessment of the required cost to complete the project. This assessment you will have to do.
तो you will have to engage the agency for
Yes,
that.
agency को
हाँ वो
TV
इंजीनियर
type of something
से
has to be done.
कैश फ्लो टाइप देगा, कैश फ्लो देगा।
This is a new thing that has come up. So till now we are not doing this. Assessment अगर करना है काम तब करते हैं उसका assessment. अभी क्या है कि 1-2 PRA ने मांगा भी हमसे, भाई आपका assessment बताओ कितना खर्चा लगेगा, मतलब it is your prerogative. You will have to calculate it.
एस्टिमेट तो दो।
No, estimate I cannot give ना. Why I will give, then he will stick to that.
वो चिपका देगा ये।
वो बोलेगा this is part of IM. तो इससे ज्यादा हो रहा है खर्चा, मैं क्या करूँ?
लेकिन COC को अपन तो दे सकते हैं, COC को तो देना पड़ेगा।
Yes, yes, this is for our internal working.
इंटरनल वर्किंग
ये देना पड़ेगा, अभी तक नहीं था।
नहीं है, लेकिन अपना COC के लिए एक एडिशनल
COC चाहे तो they can see commercial decision is with COC. They can appoint someone to make an assessment of the required cost. But now it is coming on RP.
No, no.
No, अभी तक कुछ आया नहीं है वो.
भी आया नहीं है, प्रपोज दे
These are proposed points. Now resolution project wise or tower wise instead of CD as a whole तो अपने discuss किया ही है. This has already come in by way of judgments. Now it is coming into the code itself.
रेगुलेशन में आ जाएगा।
Regulation या code में आ ही रहा है. Consequences if the CD goes into liquidation, we have discussed in detail. Liquidation में जाने से क्या-क्या कौन-कौन cancel कर सकता है और क्या-क्या consequences हो सकते हैं for home buyers and all. Treatment of those allottees who have taken possession and those who have not. This is asked by IBBI कि आप बताओ कि क्या होगा उसका. Treatment of those allottees who have taken possession and who have not taken possession.
Simply जिसने possession ले लिया उसको अपने को entertain नहीं करना चाहिए।
वो ये बोलते हैं ना कि नीचे गार्डन नहीं बनाया, उधर मंदिर नहीं बनाया,
ठीक है, those are contractual things. Those are contractual things.
बोला था कि वो दोगे.
Once he takes the possession, he has to sign a possession letter, and that possession letter will be unconditional in all probability.
आप जो बोलते हैं वो भी ठीक है. इसमें क्या आता है? Ultimately, how we are going to treat home buyer? Home buyer is the financial creditor. Now, financial creditor is for the purpose of getting house. Maybe these are other contractual obligations remaining is okay. Once he takes possession, financial contract is over. Now the other contract remains that उसने garden नहीं बनाया बना तो ठीक है, you continue with that separately. But technically speaking, you can't treat it as a financial creditor just because उसके garden नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ.
In one of my case, there was a claim of some 7-8 crore rupees that we have spent money for these developments.
वो आता ही है.
So I told them you are not a home buyer for these claims. You file Form F.
Yes,
You have
That is
spent
okay.
money. So Form F should be taken as per my understanding.
That's okay. That is okay.
If they want to file any claim on that.
That is other claim में डालो.
Unsecured claim. As per me, that will not form part of.
Issue क्या होता है मनोज जी, उसमें issue क्या होता है? How you will quantify? Because ultimately we are again accountants. Everything has to be quantified value wise. तो अभी उसमें गार्डन नहीं बनाया, गार्डन में 5 लाख देना कि 5 करोड़ का डालेगा वो आदमी.
नहीं बना दिया था सर, स्पेंड कर दिया था पैसा. हाँ
वो पार्टी जो जिसको होम बायर है, जिसने घर लिया है, पोजीशन लिया है, लेकिन उसका गार्डन नहीं बनाया, तो गार्डन नहीं बना, गार्डन लेके लिए सिर्फ 5 लाख रुपए डालेगा या 5 करोड़ रुपए डालेगा. Who is going to specify?
नहीं already done.
This question is something else. Garden बन गया है, उसके खर्चे का क्लेम आया है उनके पास.
अच्छा, खर्चे का क्लेम आया है, किसने डाला, किसके ऊपर डाला है?
पार्टी के ऊपर ना, सीडी पे.
सिर्फ तो अल्टीमेटली इट्स आइदर रिकन्वर्टेड ऑपरेशनल क्रेडिटर डाल दो उसमें.
Not even the operational.
Because it is not related to main activity.
ऑपरेशनल डालो फिर. कोई डिपेंडिंग ऑन द क्राइटेरिया यू कैन पुट.
वन मोर सिचुएशन. होम बायर से पैसा लेना बाकी था. एंड दे सेड कि आप खुद ही कंप्लीट करो, खुद ही एडजस्ट करो.
बहुत कॉमन है.
तो वो सिचुएशन में वो होम बायर्स का जो पैसा है, वेदर आई एम एबल टू क्लेम दैट मनी और नॉट, मींस पीआरए.
It's difficult to answer one to one basis देख के करना पड़ेगा. Because ultimately
notice to 69 home buyers for claiming the differential amount. And I have received at least 6-7 cases. I have received some payment around some 10-12 lakh rupees at least. I have collected from them.
Other RP will land it unnecessarily with the complaint to IBBI. I think let us not invite these things. It's my personal
you will
opinion.
have to claim this money if there is pending and possession is taken by them. If the possession is taken, balance money is there, then you should send demand notice.
That is okay.
Let them say that I have adjusted this money like this.
That is perfectly okay. But don't unnecessarily invite trouble with IBBI.
No, that is okay, sir. But what is your duty as a RP? आपको दिख रहा है कि ये मेरे asset थे, possession ले लिया उन्होंने, मगर पैसा आना बाकी है.
Duty of RP is to safeguard himself first. I am openly making, let it be in the institute, I am making a comment. If I don't safeguard himself, they are sitting here for asking very stupid questions also to us. Ridiculous sometimes questions they ask it.
Right, sir. So we have discussed the points.
वो ठीक है.
We have discussed all the points now. So from my side, all the points are discussed. Anyone can discuss open house. Anyone can discuss anything now.
ठीक है. Anyone, someone want to discuss anything? Any member want to discuss anything?
Any online member?
What about here GST and all those issues if come, then how do you tackle it? I want to understand.
Answered that.
नहीं अभी कंस्ट्रक्शन चालू करते तो रेरा कंप्लायंस भी करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, compliance means all compliance. Otherwise also you are responsible.
नहीं ऐसे में सेक्शन 2E में RP has to comply with all the existing laws.
कंस्ट्रक्शन चालू किया.
Not only that, every law you have to comply.
सब कुछ करना पड़ेगा.
Every law you have to comply.
Contractors Act and this and that.
Because section 72E specifically.
And we comply with it. Without that, we should not do. Without complying,
not do that at all.
We gave a scheme for जैसे इंजीनियर ये वो सब रख के कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा.
In fact, a contractor's liability is one of the important thing one has to see if any project is ongoing. That contractor liability policy is to be taken. कोई accident वगैरह होगा, fire होगा तो how what is
comprehensive policy.
जो कुछ पॉलिसीज बोलते हैं वो व्हाट CR policy, right? That was the word, car policy. CAR. Contractors are risk policy लेना पड़ता है. I was just thinking that word, car policy. CAR, contractors policy, all risk policy.
Contractors?
All risk policy.
All risk policy.
All these projects whenever we are handling, we must take these policies. क्योंकि कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होगा. I mean, I face one thing. That the dream mall में, just a minute, there is a dream mall here. आग लग गई थी. HDL was is owner of the land. HDL was the developer of the land. Building that mall, one of the biggest mall in Mumbai that time. They have constructed and they have floated a condominium, Dream Malls, Dream the Mall Company Limited. करके उसके ऊपर दे दिया, possession दे दिया, सब कुछ हो गया. HDL has got their own premises on the second or third floor, where they have got HDL had their own premises. That is a one hall, banquet hall, and ये खाना खाने के लिए क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Food court. They had it there. Contract. That banquet hall was given just before RP is to someone else. Someone group company has lent it to someone else. They were given it to banquet fellow. When the fire took place in that thing, there are 40 cylinders were found in my premises there. Of course, the long is so big. On one side, this hall was there, and the other side, the hall took place. The fire took place, and there was a hospital run by daughter of the Vadvans, where 11 people died.
न्यूज़पेपर में आया था.
या न्यूज़पेपर में आया था. उसके ऊपर जो हंगामा है वो पुलिस कमिश्नर्स का सबका. मुझे पुलिस स्टेशन में जाके बयान देना पड़ा कि तेरे यहाँ 40 सिलेंडर मिले. ऐसे हाउ RP is responsible? It has been given to someone else has done it. It was done for something, and you charge hold of this fellow. I am already fighting with that fellow. And how the Dream Malls administrator appointed by NCLT. NCLT has appointed administrator under that company that हाँ वो तो ठीक है, वो उसमें appoint किया था. When then administrator is there, how he has permitted 40 cylinders to go? What RP can do it? अब किरेट सुमैया मेरे पीछे पड़ गए. किरेट सुमैया से मेरे पास फोन. Fortunately हमारे friends हैं, he is working with him. You know that person, Narendra Mehta. You must be knowing, senior chartered accountant. Narendra Bhai very close friend. Narendra Bhai तो किरेट भाई से बात वो चुप बैठता है. नहीं तो किरेट भाई मेरे पीछे पड़ता है. आरपी करके क्या कर सकते हैं? आरपी का तो ऐसा प्रॉब्लम है. AGL में another thing, मेरे अगेंस्ट से FIR लॉन्च की. The reason is that just because the lift was not working on one day, stating that wrongful confinement. मेरे अगेंस्ट में FIR लॉन्च की है. बोलिए अभी क्या करें? This is
a different case, sir. ये तो misuse of IPC हो गया. Wrongful confinement अगर lift काम नहीं कर रही है.
अरे बट ठीक है.
मैं उसमें फंस गया. Wrongful confinement.
अरे सुनिए, I am not saying that these are the problems RP has to face.
Yes. All these problems.
This. Now coming back, I think I'll come back to the point which I want to discuss with you is one new concept which we have started come with IBC. I think when we are discussing the as a CA करते थे में या BCom करते थे, बंसी भाई ने हमको सिखाया था piecemeal distribution during Partnership Act. You must be remembering those days. So that is retirement of partner, piecemeal distribution. That was something was going on in mind. Bansi bhai has taught me in those years, which still abhi dimag mein pada hai. When I started handling this case, HDL, firstly we started with distribute the invitation of regional plan. So many time has gone it because of the water reasons. It started delaying it. One of the ultimately after this COVID के बाद when again expression invited 3-4 parties have come. One party basically Adani. They took so much time. 90 days have passed. Unfortunately, they will say, okay, we are ready to submit the plan. Nothing has come up. Ultimately, company has to go to on the liquidation stage, which started. That stage has come. Fortunately, I had a time on that because of COVID. I got the extension of 175 days plus 90 days was available. So since time was available, I thought a new idea. Why not we should call the project-wise resolution, like a piecemeal distribution, just like the project-wise resolution. If you see the IBC provisions, nowhere in the law says you can called multiple resolutions for different projects. What says that RP is supposed to produce resolution. If you see regulation 37, 38, 39, they talk of resolution, not resolutions. When we discuss with these various legal advisors, etc., I say I want to go ahead with a multiple resolution for making different projects. And the similar demand was also coming from the home buyers, because this company is having a multiple projects going on, as I mentioned it, huge projects of SRA. Here the issue is that SRA has given LOI for different projects, stating that in one project, like for example, Premier Kurla, they are instructed construct something about 3,000 sale flats and maybe about 25,000 SRA flats. They are required to complete. SRA flats complete, but a building is not complete. Mulund ke one project mein another 3,000 sale ke flat and 3,000-4,000 SRA flats. Another project of Mulund ke same thing, 3,000 something like whatever it is. In all sab mila ke 30,000-35,000 SRA flats required to complete, and maybe around 6,000-7,000 sale flats are required to complete these divided in 4 projects. There are 4 projects. How we can go ahead with this? In addition, there are other projects was going. Another project was related to this BKC project just opposite. You can see that Adani building opposite ICICI. That building, there the plot is also a removal of the Juggi Jopadi walas. In that place, one building has already been constructed, sold to Adani, and parallel another building has to come up. There are a lot of home buyers also going. That is one of the project. I saw so many projects, and Palghar mein another project which is belonging to the company which is going on.
तो एक जना तो सब लेगा नहीं.
No, obviously, as you are rightly pointed out, things came. One person cannot come out. Then we thought that why not we should think of the new novel idea. When I discussed initially with so many advocates, there are 50% of the says no, it will not be possible to go for the multiple resolution. You have to go for resolution, then you have no other choice, then go for liquidation. I say, how can I do the liquidation? But somehow I got a fortunately good opinion from my advisors, Proper Bailey. He says, go ahead. According we started it, I made 10 different verticals.
Proper Bailey किसने add किया?
Sanjay Sher.
Anyway.
Sanjay the master. Anyway, let's not go on that individual basis. He CS, CW, solicitor. इसका qualification.
Shipping का भी master है.
CS, CW, solicitor India, solicitor London. बहुत सारे.
He's a master of shipping also.
Shipping में भी है.
I hired him Varun Shipping. Actually Varun Shipping के board पे था, मैंने resign करवाया. मैं कहा मेरे को तेरे को चाहिए, तो उसको resign करवाया और फिर declaration देके काम कराया.
Anyway, वरुण शिपिंग की स्टोरी बताऊंगा मैं.
संजीव तो है उसका आरपी.
मुझे मालूम है सर.
फिर क्या?
HDL पहले HDL.
अच्छा HDL का finish करूँ मैं. So sir, such thing happened. Then what happened? The new idea has to come up. Then we started coming up with the resolution plan. So I invited for 10 different verticals के लिए resolution plans. It in fact is a very new idea how to come out. And if I am adopting this resolution plans concept for real estate project, I go one step further. Why not it can be done it for other companies also? Because like, manufacturing companies also so many multiple projects are. As I know, my background is that I was also heading as a CEO of the company. I had multiple projects. I was heading the multiple projects at various different places I used to go in. And everything was kept separately. Why not it should happen? So that is which we can extend further down. But coming back as, for the real estate project, after 10 verticals project, when we started inviting, I think tremendous response started coming in. After this resolution where I was not getting any resolution plans, I got 15 resolution applicants. They have shown interest.
But not in all.
I'm coming back. 15 resolution applicants have shown the interest. Someone was going for whole company as well. Someone was giving
5, 3, 4.
So my scheme, what we have done it, you can put all in for individuals or you can put company as a whole. So that means there are 11 verticals will be coming up. You can put resolution plans and the resolution matrix was done in such a way that whoever is going to the maximum thing that segment it will coming. Then thereafter coming by the company as a whole. If the company as a whole gets some better marking, or better realization, probably that will prevail. Because ultimately objective is to go company as a whole instead of the division. It may happen that when residual plan comes out of 10, 2 verticals, though residual plan they may not be compliant. But company as a whole is getting compliant, but someone else is there. So accordingly, residual plan come, we started inviting it. वो सब inviting चालू हो गया, everything चालू हो गया. Incidentally, in that project, I was running short of something about 30-40 days, something like that. So for that, because of this reason specific thing, I approached NCLT. And NCLT Mumbai said, NCLT Mumbai to give me extend the time because of so and so reason. Unfortunately, NCLT Mumbai has rejected it. They said, we'll not give it. I had no other choice. I filed liquidation application.
No, you went to NCLT for
extension of time.
30 days.
Time or
30 days.
allowing you to.
No. I'm coming back. Allowing time also आ जाएगा उसमें. 30-day extension NCLT ने मुझे permission दी नहीं.
330 days के बाद की
330 days के बाद 330 days तो चले गए थे. वो तो concept ही नहीं रहा मेरे केस में. मैं तो सिक्सर मारे हुए उधर.
मैं तो 5 साल से liquidation
1000 days cross कर चुके हैं.
मैं 3 साल कंप्लीट किया आज के दिन में. चलो anyway, let's not talk on that matter. But when I gone to NCLT, NCLT says no, I will not permit you. 330 days are over. You have to go in. I have no other chance. I filed liquidation application. The minute I filed liquidation.
तो अच्छा है ना, आप 11 अलग अलग पेज दो.
सुन लीजिए.
और क्या है?
आप सुन लीजिए. थोड़ी सी स्टोरी आगे आते. Liquidation application file किया, but it happened. The minute it happened, his home buyers association they got affected. He said when RP is going ahead with resident plan, when the people are showing interest, the 15 parties have already shown interest. How NCLT, how RP is going for liquidation, filing liquidation?
उन्होंने फाइल किया.
एक मिनट. They started blaming me. I say you can't do anything. मेरे लिए मेरा boss AA है. AA ने मना किया. I have no other choice to file liquidation. I filed it. Law say you go to NCLAT. I only told if you go to NCLAT they will get. They have gone to NCLAT. Minute they gone to NCLAT, NCLAT has given the order. That order I shared with you. That is 4th January 2022 order is a. They says that all the explanation they are given. They said okay you can go ahead with resolution plans. Whatever RP has proposed in that, you can go ahead. So that means NCLT had approved my plan of going for
11
multiple resolution plans.
Yeah.
So that time I suggested 8, but COC said you can go for multiple also. So 1-2 thing extra करके मैंने 10 का करवा दिया. That is a separate issue. But fact remains is multiple resolutions which is come. Now court has already approved it. I am going ahead with this. Unfortunately, thereafter. The things got worse because of the claim of one of the parties, that is 14,391 crore rupees has been filed by Adani in respect of the same project. Here, either ka. That was the claim. Initially, they put it in very.
Claim is as a what? Operational creditor.
They want as financial creditor. I rejected everyone.
They have given money.
अब वो चीजें different है. Let us not go on this basis. I am just saying crux of the situation.
You have rejected, na?
I rejected the claim. 30 the very well about 10 pages reasoning here and so many things here. This happened it 3 years back, 2.5 years back. They given it. Against that they gone to NCLT. NCLT said refused it. Then they have gone to NCLAT. Now the matter is in NCLAT. Now from the NCLAT, after having this multiple resolution plan, they have taken the stay order. And after the stay order, when the court says, okay, that stay is to be vacated, they immediately they gone to the CO to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court says order is still pending, but today also resolution is pending. Now coming back, the issue for this group, which I want to raise it for you guys are experts. I need some of your help in this matter. When you are going for these multiple resolution plans, typical problem comes up. It is very easy for us to think of yes 10 resolution plan आएंगे मैं करूंगा. वो resolution plan जो मेरे पास 8 या 10 15 resolution applicants थे, उसमें से 8 resolution plans है submitted, 14 resolution plans आए for 8 different verticals and 2 verticals के लिए मुझे कुछ भी नहीं आए.
उसका क्या करें?
Now coming आएगा तो हाँ coming back. This is the real crux. Real crux for the brain for the chartered accountant sitting here and those who are here. नहीं क्या होगा इसके लिए again
resolution partial liquidation.
See, it's a hybrid system. It's hybrid going to happen. Perfectly
online,
okay.
Offline
नहीं Praveen ji, it is not. I am asking you a real question. Real question.
Very good.
For this, how it will be happening, how the RP will be able to solve it.
You have to give it pass those resolution और बाकी आप liquidation में जाना पड़ेगा.
नहीं liquidation आप सुनिए ये बोलना बहुत easy है. Resolution करना liquidation करना. Typical problem comes up. Now when we come out with a resolution plan, single resolution plan, what happens? Resolution plan है, approve हो गया, ये company है, this company is allotted from this person to this person. It will go to this person. What happens? He will take this thing, share will made 0. He will whatever contribution give, shares will be allotted to him. ठीक है? Smooth transfer हो गया. Now coming back, when the company to company के क्या एक यूनिट जो कंपनी जिसके जो वर्टिकल में कंपनी एज ए होल है, इफ इट इज टेकन बाय सेठी साहब, कंपनी का होल है एंड ही इज टेकिंग माय वन वर्टिकल अनदर वर्टिकल जिसकी ओनरशिप ये कंपनी के पास है, तो उसके लिए डीमर्ज करना पड़ेगा. व्हेन यू आर डूइंग डीमर्ज, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग डीमर्जिंग, व्हाट अबाउट द स्टैम्प ड्यूटी implication? That is one question I am asking the question to this team. I am not expert because chartered accountants are expert chartered accountant. They have to tell me what about tax implication? What is going to happen to tax implication? ये एक question है. And दूसरा another very typical questions I will tell you. When they are having a जो एक plan जो है जिसमें company as a vertical is there, company I am entity. वो entity के लिए मेरा resolution plan ही नहीं आया.
और उसमें कुछ एसेट होगा
नहीं सॉरी, वो कंपनी का रेजिडेंट प्लान आया एंड दूसरे 2-4 वर्टिकल का आया ना, कंपनी तो सेठी साहब लेके गए, एक मिनट सेठी देगा एंड दूसरा वर्टिकल जिसकी ओनरशिप ये कंपनी के पास जो लेके जाती है, वो कंपनी को मैं क्या करूं, वो लिक्विडेशन में भी नहीं जा रही है. जब लिक्विडेशन जाएगी उसकी ओनरशिप क्या करूं? फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा ये प्रोजेक्ट है यहाँ का,
वो कोई नहीं ले रहा,
वो ओनरशिप जो
डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली
सेठी साहब जाएगा. But how can I give it? Because उसकी कई वैल्यू है मेरे पास. How can I give it to सेठी साहब that free of charge?
तो मांगा ही नहीं है.
एक मिनट, तो उसकी ओनरशिप फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम टेकिंग HDL टावर, जो बिल्डिंग में बैठता वो भी एक वर्टिकल है, उसकी ओनरशिप 7/12 उसका वो कंपनी के HDL के नाम से, HDL कंपनी सेठी साहब लेके गई, लेकिन HDL टावर इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ दैट वर्टिकल, लेकिन उसकी ओनरशिप तो सेठी साहब गई हुई. तो हाउ दैट डू आई हैव,
निकालोगे कैसे?
वो बाहर कैसे निकालूंगा और उसका क्या किया जाए, उसका स्टैम्प ड्यूटी इम्प्लीकेशन क्या होगा? ये क्वेश्चन
से बेचना पड़ेगा.
वो बेचकर जो लिक्विडेशन में जाएगा वो करते रहेगा, लिक्विडेटर लेके कैसा करेगा? ये क्वेश्चन आई एम आस्किंग दिस टीम. What is your views?
See, there cannot be any answer to this question by this team because जब भी वो piecemeal resolution का regulation आएगा उसमें, because there can be multiple answer to this. See, let me tell you, there can be multiple answer to this, but none of the answer can be correct because it is as per the logic you use to give that answer. Ultimately, कोई भी आप इसमें रेजोल्यूशन ले लोगे उसमें कोई ना कोई फ्लॉ रह जाएगा, और जब तक इट इज नॉट बैक्ड बाय ए प्रॉपर रेजोल्यूशन यू शुड नॉट गो फॉर पीसमेल रेजोल्यूशन.
But then somebody will have to take the company na and do this.
So far there is no regulation framed by the, because right now there is no regulation. जब तक रेगुलेशन फ्रेम नहीं होता है आरपी शुड नॉट टेक ऑन हिज हेड, अदरवाइज ही इज रनिंग ए वेरी बिग रिस्क.
But otherwise the entire company will go.
हाँ तो जाने दो ना, जाने दो. आप कैसे, see, without the backing of a regulation, I can give you answer to all your questions, but it can, all questions, it cannot be correct. I will use, it is my answer.
Yes.
It is my answer and it will be practical answer.
You are absolutely right.
You are absolutely practical answer.
But he has also done it practical.
हाँ तो क्वेश्चन
नहीं किया, लेकिन अभी तक क्या आगे क्या करूं ये मुझे मालूम नहीं है.
लेकिन अभी तक भी आया तो दिमाग लगा के प्रैक्टिकली सोच किया ना,
तो उसके भी सॉल्यूशन ऐसा चार्टर्ड अकाउंट दिमाग में कुछ ना कुछ फालतू तो सॉल्यूशन रहते हैं. आई मीन फालतू आंसर है मेरे पास सॉल्यूशन.
फालतू नहीं, कॉन्क्रीट सॉल्यूशन.
कॉन्क्रीट भी है मेरे हिसाब से, कॉन्क्रीट है, तुम्हारे हिसाब से नहीं होगा.
हाँ वही चक्कर है. एक्चुअली क्या है, जो आदमी इसमें इफेक्ट होगा, जिसको लगता है कि उसको फायदा हो सकता है, नहीं हुआ, वो आपके अगेंस्ट में लिटिगेशन
करेगा तो क्या करेंगे?
बट इफ यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर
दैट,
अगर तो इफ यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड,
सिंह साहब ऑफ द रिकॉर्ड बोलता है, बोलो ना अपने 3 साल का जॉब पक्का.
हाँ
सर ये जो 2 प्रोजेक्ट है ये उसी कंपनी में है कि स्टेप डाउन सब्सिडरी में है?
नहीं, एक ही कंपनी का, नॉट स्टेप डाउन कंपनी
तो हो ही नहीं सकता.
स्टेप डाउन इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ द आरपीएस रिस्पांसिबिलिटी. आई एम टॉकिंग कंपनी.
अच्छा फिर सर ये जो अनसोल्ड प्रोजेक्ट रहे इनके ऊपर लोन का चार्ज भी कॉमन होएगा?
चार्ज कॉमन भी रहेगा, उसके बहुत सारे चार्ज की इज नॉट अ बिकमिंग बिग इश्यू. उसके अभी ओनरशिप का कैसा किया जाए, टैक्सेशन कैसा करेगा, ये क्वेश्चन मैं रेज कर रहा हूँ ये टीम को, बिकॉज वी आर ऑल एक्सपर्ट चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एंड आई विल लाइक टू नो इट, बिकॉज मेरे पास सोल्यूशन नहीं है. कैन एनीवन गाइड मी?
Good, very interesting.
Very interesting.
There is what solution नहीं है.
Demerger से that in the resolution plan they have put a demerger का clause डाला हुआ है. So demerger can be form part of your resolution.
You can do
That is okay.
That is okay. So now whether the
When I demerge it, then I will have to float a new company where the company main company ये लेके जा रहे हैं.
मेन कंपनी ये लेके जाएगा, लेकिन जो कंपनी ले रहे हैं उसको तो
नहीं, उसका तो ठीक है, जो कंपनी लेके
जो कंपनी वो नहीं ले रहे हैं, दो जो प्रोजेक्ट है वो उसको डीमर्जर करके बाजू में रख के उसका आपको लिक्विडेटर बनना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, लेकिन वो लिक्विडेटर को उसके लिए माँ बाप तो चाहिए ना, उसका नाम कंपनी वाले बाप
डीमर्ज कर दो ना उसमें से.
डीमर्ज करके किसको मैं लेके जाऊँ? मेरे अभय मनोधने के नाम पे लेके जाऊँ?
नहीं, वो तो आपके पास एज वो लिक्विडेशन में वो कंपनी रह जाएगी.
अरे
फॉर्म करते ही लिक्विडेशन चालू हो जाएगा.
भाई साहब सुनिए, now I am telling you, for example, HDIL tower is one of the head. वो tower is a company जिसका 7/12 वो कंपनी के नाम से है. ये कंपनी इनके नाम से है, लेकिन ये कंपनी का हेडिंग क्या दूं मैं? उसकी ओनरशिप 7/12 किसके नाम से? अभय मनोधने के नाम से लूं?
नहीं, वो अलग कंपनी बना के लेना
पड़ेगा. कंपनी फ्लोट करो, स्टैम्प ड्यूटी कौन में भरेगा?
वो तो फिर या तो फिर वो कंपनी ये आप रख लो और उनको कंपनी जो अलग फ्लोट करके दे दो, उसमें स्टैम्प ड्यूटी ज्यादा आएगी. तो जो एसेट जा रहे हैं उनको एक कंपनी बना के दे दो और मेन टावर आप रख लो.
वही इश्यू आएगा. बहुत सारे इश्यूज है. वील बी थिंकिंग. बोलिए आपका क्या इश्यू है? व्यू है, आप व्यू देंगे.
You will form a separate company and give it to
everybody.
I am not done decide anything. मेरे पास कोई solution नहीं है इसका.
और उनके पास दिन 30 ही है.
नहीं, वो क्या है? लास्ट
दिन 30 days दिया ना आपको.
वो ठीक है सर. मेरा नाम अभय है, मैं डरता नहीं हूँ. मैं कुछ तो कुछ सोल्यूशन निकाल के दूंगा. टिकट लगा के देने वाला हूँ मैं.
ट्रीट कर रहे हैं
सर. मेरे पास
निकल गए ऑलरेडी.
3 साल हो गए. ये 20 तारीख को 3 साल कंप्लीट हो रहे CIRP के लिए.
एनिवर्सरी सेलिब्रेट करो.
हमारा भी हो गया 3 साल.
मेरे तरफ से होगा. इंस्टीट्यूट चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के ऑफिस में बैठकर मैं पेमेंट करूं? हो ही नहीं सकता है. 50 साल में कंपनी ये इंस्टीट्यूट को पैसा दे रहा हूं मैं. आज 49 साल हो जाएगा. ये 73 से ये इंस्टीट्यूट को पैसा दे रहा हूं मैं.
चलो ठीक है.
तो 20 तारीख को एक पार्टी रखिए.
अब पार्टी रखो, कोई बात नहीं, वो चलेगा. देखो फ्रेंडली लेवल में आप जो चाहिए जहां चाहिए वो करके. नहीं एनीवे
नहीं, लेकिन आपको अगर जो मेन कंपनी में अगर एसेट ज्यादा HDL टावर है समझो,
I'm telling HDL फॉर एग्जांपल
तो उसका हेड ये निकाल के वो इनको दे दो अलग से, और वो एक कंपनी में जो हेड है वो एज ए कंटिन्यू उसको मेन कंपनी को एज ए लिक्विडेशन में लेके जाओ. और जो सब्सिडरी है
मेन कंपनी लिक्विडेशन का है, वो तो मेन कंपनी इनके पास गई ना.
मेन कंपनी को डीमर्ज करके अलग इनको दे दो ना. HDL में जो टावर है उसका स्टैम्प
नहीं हो सकता. नहीं हो सकता डीमर्ज, बिकॉज़ ही इज अ रेजोल्यूशन एप्लीकेबल फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर वर्टिकल.
तो फिर जो टावर भी उनको जाएगा.
नहीं जाएगा.
डिफरेंट वर्टिकल.
दिस इज अ डिफरेंट वर्टिकल.
टावर इज अ डिफरेंट.
बिकॉज़ देयर आर
नहीं जा सकता.
यदि ऐसा होगा तो सिर्फ जो कंपनी को वो वर्टिकल के लिए करेगा और बाकी के सब वर्टिकल कोई नहीं है, तो बाकी के 9 वर्टिकल लेके वो चला जाएगा फ्री चार्ज. यार डू यू थिंक इट विल पॉसिबल?
वो अभी बैठ के
नहीं
सोचना पड़ेगा क्या है.
आप सोच के बोलो. मेरा सजेशन स्लाइटली डिफरेंट आ रहा है. व्हाट आई हैव बीन थिंकिंग दैट आई विल पुट दिस टावर और दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग इन देयर बैलेंस शीट एंड विद द AA's approval this should be treated as they will be holding assets in trust till liquidator liquidates that asset. And that this is something a line of thinking which I am giving a मेरे दिमाग का child है, brain child है. I don't know whether I am right or not, but whether you guys can.
नहीं तो टावर को आपने उसमें नहीं डाला, कहीं भी डाला नहीं ना, रेजोल्यूशन में कहीं भी डाला.
कोई आया नहीं डाला तो, लेकिन
I am talking about for example. टावर why I am saying because the building है, इसीलिए जन
asset है.
बिल्डिंग है उसका. we know that I can say it. I can't talk of the other project, but tower as a project. I am thinking that I want to put this as a asset held in trust, and it will be part of resolution plan that he will be holding that particular company entire company will be with him. That HDI
Except that tower, it will be.
No, everything will be in trust. And uska sale karke
not
तो आएगा।
every will read it. He will have everything excepting this asset, which he will be taking it. It will be kept in trust in his balance sheet, and he will not have any right and something because उसके लिए जिसको ownership right जो चाहिए वो HDR के पास ही रहेगा till resident plan comes up for certain time with HDR which AS approval. I want to do it. This is my brainchild coming up. I don't know whether I am right or not.
The better way of doing it. Better way of doing it.
ये नहीं ये मुझे I want I'm really I'm
So
thinking.
you are not favoring anybody. Actually, basically वही है कि भी आप ऐसा हाँ value maximization.
ये फोरम में हम इसीलिए बैठे हैं. I really accepted this because I just want to know expert advice from my colleagues. You guys are senior colleagues. आप लोगों ने इतने साल ये प्रोफेशन में किया है. Chartered accountants only can give good solutions for something, and this is the solution. बोलिए.
Sir, I may note that.
You don't give question, now you give answer.
सर एक गेमन ग्रुप में रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग हुआ है S4 में before this IBC. Now Mapla liability is sitting in Geman India and जिस कंपनी में वैल्यू था वो सब पहले बाहर निकल.
हाँ निकल गया बराबर है.
Geman India, you study Geman India restructuring S4A.
Yeah, I am aware about Gammon India also.
Yes sir.
Gammon के बाद वो बात थोड़ी डिफरेंट थी, बट ये डिफरेंट में ऐसे कि रेजोल्यूशन ये मल्टीपल रेजोल्यूशन जब आ रहे हैं इन एक ही कंपनी के अंदर तो एसेट कहाँ पार्ट टू रूम है ये इश्यू आ रहा है.
थोड़ा जरा वो गाइडेंस गेमन इंडिया के गाइडेंस मिलेगा.
ऑनलाइन वाले को माइक नहीं देगा.
अच्छा, my suggestion is that I explained it to all the friends. By just a minute. Sir, I explained. You can go in. My request to all these things. I'll share my email ID.
No, you share the question also on the group.
Okay.
Again, and you share the email ID. We give our suggestion.
My the expert suggestion is expert taxation issues on this matter. I really want some expert advices from you guys. You can help me.
Sir, you please share your email ID. I will give you some feedback.
Yeah, that's what I'll put it in the अपना ये ग्रुप है. मेरे ग्रुप का ये देना उसमें मैं शेयर करूंगा क्वेश्चन.
आपको मेंबर बना दो.
बना दो पैसे
भर दो नहीं.
अभी भर देते.
He only yesterday talked to me. He was not aware of this group. He talked to me yesterday.
हमको कोई बुलाता ही नहीं है. तुम बैठता रोज ही नाश्ता करते हैं.
इसको बुलाए मेंबर बना दो.
ये मेरे पास सिर्फ पैसे मांगने से दूसरा कुछ काम नहीं करता है.
सर आप 4 मीटिंग का उनको 25,000 देते हैं. एडजन करा
25,000 बाप रे.
वो भी 12 महीना बाद बिल रेज करने के.
नहीं वो तो सब जगह पे चलता है.
आपका टीडीएस कितने अपना 40% टीडीएस चलता है ना अभी इनका इसका आरपी के. अरे लॉ नया पास किया है ना हमने 40% टीडीएस का.
और 40% टीडीएस और बैलेंस शीट डेटर्स.
कल अकाउंटेंट को बोल देना 40% टीडीएस काट के पैसा दो इसको.
तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
बड़ा आदमी वो.
बड़ा आदमी बहुत
सही है सर.
बड़ा आदमी
सर आप लोग बड़े भाई लोग हैं.
बड़ा आदमी बोला तो बीच में बड़ा आदमी बोला तो विद बिग डेटर्स.
नहीं लेकिन अपन कुछ भी डाउट पूछो he will always we are grateful.
सर एक दूसरे को हेल्प करना है तो
करना ही है ना.
ठीक है इसीलिए करते. Anyway, this is my queries which I have put it. I think we discuss about the other matters because of time. I am not taking further issues.
अच्छा.
Incidentally, on the group on the piecemeal resolution के basis पर law is changing. I already taken on the matter with IBBA also. I raised the question to them. IBBA has not come out with anything as usual. They are not going to come out. Even that day अपन साहब को मैंने पूछा था question. उनके पास से कुछ आएगा नहीं. But एक चीज़ very clear है. They are also taking the matter very positively, and amendment is likely to come up. They want to use it only for real estate, but I think that it should not be real estate.
It should not be restricted to real estate. It should be used for anywhere.
Now let us see what happened in case of Bhushan Steel or maybe SR Steel. Big, एक minute. I'm talking. In this case, probably big giants were there to buy. That's why they could buy it. But assume that even the small जाते थे, probably they could have got more money also. SR तो छोड़ दिए लेकिन भूषण में ज्यादा मिल सकता था.
अलग-अलग प्लांट.
अलग क्योंकि उसमें क्या होता है हर एक इंडिविजुअल देते हो तो हर एक को कोई किसी को बोलता है ये मुझे इसमें ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है तो 10,000 करके यदि 4 गए तो इंस्टेड ऑफ कमिंग 50,000 52,000 करोड़ रुपए इसको है उसके बजाय 60,000 करोड़ भी आता था सो दैट पॉसिबिलिटी आल्सो आरपी शुड थिंक ऑफ इट
और क्या है कि ये मैंने एक जगह देखा था एक जो टेक्सटाइल था ना तो उसके बहुत सारे स्पिंडल्स थे तो पार्टीज बोले कि हम लोग 1-1 लाख स्पिंडल ले सकते हैं लेकिन 9 लाख 8-9 लाख स्पिंडल 8 लाख
बड़े चौड़ी छाती वाला होना नहीं चाहिए
आई थिंक सिंटेक्स के नाम में कुछ था तो नहीं वो रिलायंस ने अल्टीमेटली ले लिया पूरा लेकिन अगर ऐसा बड़ा प्लेयर नहीं रहते थे तो कंपनी डूब जाती थी
कभी कभी क्या रहता है
because in tough there is a specific restriction on the spindle capacity
टोटल टफ
अगर वो स्पेसिफिक स्पिंडल के नीचे रहेगा ना तो यू विल नॉट गेट टफ सब्सिडी
अच्छा टफ सब्सिडी के प्रॉब्लम दैट योर लोन हैज टू बी सर्विस जो कंपनी हम लोग जाते हैं लोन सर्विस ही नहीं हुआ तो कहां से टफ सब्सिडी मिलेगी तुमको
अभी हमारे केस में क्या हो रहा है मेरी कंपनी एक इंडिया में उसमें खाली पेपर है कुछ है नहीं जस्ट 5 मिनट लूंगा
वो वाली है
हाँ
वो वाली है ब्राजील वाली
उसका एक सब्सिडी जाके ये अपना केमन आइलैंड उसकी सब्सिडी ब्रिटिश विजन आइलैंड और उसकी जाके कंपनी की ब्राजील में जॉइंट वेंचर कंपनी अभी जो ब्राजील में जो बैठा है बाजू में वो बोलता है मैं इंडिया की कंपनी को इंडिया में कुछ है नहीं आपके पास खाली एक कुआ इधर है मेरे को ये कुआ चाहिए मेरे को आप इंडियन कंपनी देने को बोलते हो उसकी बाद में सब्सिडी देने को बोलते हो उसकी सब्सिडी उधर है और उसका और अच्छा दूसरा क्या मेरे पास ये सब्सिडी के सब डाटा कुछ भी नहीं तो उसमें कितनी लायबिलिटी बैठा है कितने एनिमल्स है वो मेरे को मालूम नहीं है
और वो मिलेगा भी नहीं आपको
वो मिलेगा भी वो सब फेंक दिया उठा के
क्योंकि ब्रिटिश वर्जिन आइलैंड एंड केमन आइलैंड का
कुछ नहीं मिलता है
हाँ
और उसके जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है वो भी
तो उसका नाम ही वर्जिन आइलैंड है बट इट इज द मोस्ट एक्सप्लॉइटेड आइलैंड ऑन द अर्थ
उसके लिए रजिस्टर्ड होते हैं उधर कोई चीज बनती नहीं है बैलेंस शीट नहीं
प्रवीण जी उसका बेटर सॉल्यूशन बताओ द बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन उसको देगा वही देगा दूध सा भी देगी
आप रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करा दो
मास्टरमाइंड है
रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करा दो
अभी वो बंद कर दो
हाँ उनको कॉल करके अभी बस मीटिंग को क्लोज कर दीजिए आप
हाँ आप मीटिंग कंक्लूड कर दीजिए देन वी कैन कंटिन्यू
उसको बंद कर दो
अब वोट ऑफ थैंक्स दे दो
आप प्रवीण जी आप फॉर्मली क्लोज कर दीजिए आप फॉर्मली क्लोज कर दीजिए
सेट इज आप ही वोट ऑफ थैंक्स दे दीजिए
नहीं जवाहर साहब वोट ऑफ
friends, it has been a very fruitful, healthy, and very informative session we had on the real estate. I think a lot of issues have been clarified and sorted out. This with
and more issues have been added.
more issues have been added. Of course, that is a healthy sign that in any discussions when there are more questions to be resolved, but it is in fact a very informative and very useful session for us. And really sincere thanks to Manoj ji and Abhay ji for their contribution, and all the participants, including the participants online. They have very actively participated, and I convey my sincere thanks and thanks to all for active participation in the session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
बंद कर दो
निकाल दो
और ऑनलाइन वाले रहेंगे ना रिकॉर्ड नहीं करो
recording is
So
on.
next meeting is on 20th August, Saturday. It is a discussion on liquidation as a going concern. By Madhav Kanodia, he is a partner or a senior person at Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, CAM करके जो बोलते हैं अपन.
CAM.
CAM.